Hey man, if it means anything, I despise it because I have to shave, and I hate full shaving because I look like a baby. It
hmm
warps your
hmm
perspective of yourself because like you
Uh,
get a beard and you look immediately older,
hmm
but then like you full shave and you're like, damn, bro, I look like I'm 15. Like I don't want to do
I
that.
need to see. We got to check out those streams. All right, we got to check out the babyface streams of Aurora at this point. All right, that's why.
Yikes.
So we're just gonna be like, are you sure this person's 13? Is he's streaming?
You sure he's like allowed to be on this platform? How did we partner him, dude? What was he thinking? What was Bill
What is this?
thinking?
Ladies and gentlemen, Aurora Light, Aurora, dude, welcome. How's your day? What you been up to?
It was good. I actually haven't been up to much because I've just been keeping my voice on the low because I woke up with like no voice this morning. So
What's
I
what?
basically yeah.
Why so? Why so? What's been
uh
going on?
well my mods think it's because my room's too dry and that like my throat's too dry when I sleep, which probably is what it is. And I do yell a lot on stream, so
hmm
that's probably what it's probably what it is. But I think yeah, I think that's just that's probably what it is. It also could be something else. I have like a lot of allergies, so allergies can play into it, and I get hay fever a
hmm
lot, and that can like it can be a sign. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I'm kind of used to living with like a 24/7 nausea state because of like allergies.
Jeez.
So like I'm like I can't tell if I'm sick most
Yeah.
times. I'm
Holy
like
shit.
I wake up, I'm like, bro, I am sick today because I'm sweating, like everything's dying. I can't even move my left arm for whatever reason, bro. It's
What is that?
bad.
Yeah, that's probably bad. You know, you came in, you started off with just saying, "Yeah, I have a sore throat," and then now we're talking about how you can't move your damn arm. That's a stroke, my man. You might want to get that one checked out. This,
Is that where I smell toast, bro? I swear to God. Whole
I love,
time, man.
I love how you
Someone's
go.
been making toast.
Fucking your chat is fucking Doctor House right there, trying to do a whole synopsis in your room. It looks a little dry based off the lights in your background. I can see it's pretty dry in your room. You're gonna need a humidifier. Jeez Louise, they just want you bad. I saw that tweet, dude. I saw that tweet and I got worried. I was like, oh, the man's sick. I don't know. I don't know. Is he feeling well? Is he feeling well? I didn't want to push you, but I appreciate you being here, man. I appreciate your time. So you've just the whole day you've just been chilling. You've just been drinking some tea. Anything?
I had sleepy time tea, but
Oh
no sleep.
boy. Oh boy.
So I had sleepy time tea with honey and lemon, which
Mhm.
really helps your voice. I'm gonna
Mhm.
have that again tonight before I go to
Mhm.
bed. And then I've just been doing like YouTube stuff, man. I'm doing like I don't know if you're aware, like I'm recording a 100 Days Hardcore series, but it's
That's
like a
awesome.
twist. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say the twist because my community's got it. They're gonna
Oh,
know.
okay. No, no, no problem.
But the twist is something that involves like in Minecraft, and so I'm just like I'm playing it like dead silent. It's like the
Mhm.
nicest thing ever because I can just play it and not say a single word, and I
Yeah.
just like write a script. It's like I'm taking notes. I'm
Yeah.
like it's like I'm Bear Grylls surviving in
Mhm.
the wild, and everything I see I take notes on. I write little notes. I pause the game, write notes, and I play the game, and then those notes are gonna become my script
That's
and
so
stuff like
cool.
that.
You know,
I'm gonna explain day by day.
when for Minecraft for me when it blew up, I remember. Okay, now I'm gonna sound like a historian, but around 2012, 2013, it was very much Let's Plays. You know, it was very much like, hey, I'm gonna press record and we just hang out and I'll talk over. It's almost like a vlog meets gaming. But I love the creativity in which you're taking your content and you're making a script and a story around it that adds more investment. That's really cool, dude. That's awesome. I think that
Thanks.
if not, that's the future. If not already, that's so awesome.
It's a huge trend on
hmm
YouTube, so
hmm
why not? I mean, I can't like act like I took the idea. The idea
Sure.
is from like a big YouTuber, but
hmm
recently people have been putting like twists on it. I saw some guy
Exactly.
do this one twist. I think other people have done twists, so I don't
hmm
think he owns it, but yeah, I like
No,
that kind of stuff.
no one owns
I'm a
the
big
con.
believer.
That's
Yeah, yeah, no one owns
ridiculous.
content.
And we'll
Yeah,
talk about that in a bit. All right, Miss Aurora.
yeah.
There's some stuff I'd love to air out. I want to know. I think listen. I understand you had some tea earlier, but we're gonna have some tea tonight here. All right. That's what I'm saying, Aurora. But anywho, that being said, I usually start off the shows the same way, and I tell the guests how we met or how I found them. And for you, it was actually, I was scrolling on Twitter one night. It was either New Year's Eve or, yeah, it was New Year's Eve or a couple days prior. And I was at my parents' house and I had a couple drinks of wine. And I'm just scrolling. I'm scrolling. And my homie, A View Above, liked one of your tweets, and it was you just really celebrating the whole partnership stuff, and which is awesome, dude, especially in the category that you're in, which is gaming, specifically Minecraft too. That's very saturated. That's a tough thing. And what many people understand is because that market is so saturated, guys, it's even harder to get in. So it's not just qualifications, but it's, you know, how they look into how he's you know, mending his community and beyond all that, the simple metrics. So I started watching your stuff. I started lurking, I'm gonna be honest, and I wanted to see how you treated people. I wanted to see how you talked to your community and what kind of content you had. And I popped in a couple times. And it was good. No, I loved it. And I there's something about both your voice, which I'm a fan of great voices. I actually like your voice right now, man. I like the rasp. But
you do? Oh,
yeah,
nice.
why not? Why not? Yeah, it's fine. Actually, you know what? You might want to get some tea. Actually, no, in hindsight, but no. It was awesome stuff, really engaging, and something. I think maybe it was just the aesthetics too of your whole setup that I just absolutely enjoyed. So I brought you on to the rock paper scissors tournament, but some stuff came up, which is totally good. You know, life happens, and so kind of bummed though. I wish we had you. But I knew, I was like, well, at the very least, let me get him on here. I'd love to get to know Aurora. I know you're well loved. A bunch of other streamers, after I mentioned your name, were like, oh, I know who that is. And they just kept gassing you up. And I think that's the biggest praise, to be honest.
That's so nice.
No,
What?
no, that it was a
my
no-brainer, dude. It was a no-brainer.
Yeah, I wanted to do something after I couldn't make it to that because I first of all, fun fact. I've won 2 rock paper scissors tournaments in my school.
Okay.
I would have thrown A View Above in a circle, bro. I would have put that kid in the blender. I know the psychology behind all of it. All of it.
You gave him a first round bye.
I did. Realistically, I gave him the win.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
True.
I realistically gave him the win. I know Grady well enough to know that like he would start like rock almost every single game, and then depending on like his demeanor beforehand, he'd probably go scissors. So like I just know that, and I was so upset. I was so upset. But I was like, I need to get this for my family. It was just like medicine related, so I couldn't make it. But
no, totally good. But I will tell you this, all right? Since you did make it that time, July, I'm running it back. If you're free in July, I would love to have you again.
Absolutely,
all
bro.
right.
Next time I'll be like, yo, I'll tell my sister to get it.
Deal. I'm raising the stakes. I'm hoping I'm putting 500. We'll see if that'll try. Yeah, we'll see, man. Who will come out on top and come July. But all that to say, man, really glad to have you here. Really excited to have you be a part of this show. But most of all, thankful that you're giving us a piece of your time and trusting your community with something different, man. That's really cool of you. All that being said, let me address what just happened here. Peyton here with the 22 million person raid. Peyton, thank you so much.
22 million?
Yeah, you know, I think I know why he raided Aurora. You know, I went on, so I mod with Peyton. For Peyton's, when I say mod, I show up with a badge and don't do anything. But he's one of
those. Well, no, I don't have a couple of those. I have a couple of other streamers that I show up with a badge. That's not what I meant. I have a super devoted mod.
There's some subtweets coming from Aurora already, guys. We didn't even start the show, brother. No.
That's not at all what I meant.
All right, no, I got you. You didn't mean it in his place. But Peyton over here, he's been playing some salacious marbles. All right, some risque marbles. And I was collateral damage for one of those dares, all right? But we won't go any further than that. Just there's a tweet longer on Twitter, you can see it there. But
longer, yikes.
He's done, guys. Now, to bring us back though, welcome everyone to Inside the Streamer Studio. Today's very special guest is auroralight, and we're just getting started. So with the first question being, Aurora, before you even started streaming, how long did you have your Twitch account, and what got you onto the platform?
So, I've actually had 2. I have an older one. I've had my Twitch account for the first one I made it for about 7 years. Maybe about 7.5. I made it when it was just in TV. And then my most recent one I believe is about 6 years, maybe 5 years. I'm just on the cusp of making it after the age of 13, which is like really crazy because there are people out here losing their jobs, bro, to
Mm-hmm.
like that, which is crazy because number one performer on Twitch right now has a Twitch account made before the age of 13. But let's not talk about that. Double
Yeah,
standards.
yeah. A little sus
But
there.
you know, I was a little nervous, and I was very relieved to see that that was not the case for me.
Mhm.
However, do you have account age in your chat?
I don't know. Maybe,
Oh, okay.
maybe,
Yeah, I can.
maybe, maybe.
I'll give it a go. I could probably account
Okay,
age
let's see what you
my
got here.
old account. See if it
Come
comes up.
on.
It
CT
does.
man.
Oh, dang
Oh
it! No,
no,
it
that was
doesn't.
you got juked by
Dang.
Streamlabs giving my
I
Twitter
did.
account.
I did. Why did I give you?
So hey, you never. That's actually the command when you put accountage CTman21. My Twitter account
Mm-hmm.
shows up. So tell me this. So first off, what even got you onto Justin TV in the first place?
As a kid,
Mm-hmm.
I streamed Minecraft,
Mm.
even back then, and I also did like some other games. I would stream Counter-Strike Source,
Mm.
uh, and those were fun games to stream a lot. I had no viewers, absolutely no viewers, not a single viewer.
Yeah,
The only viewers I had back then were like Commander Root, Feet, and all the other bots that actually
the
counted
real
as viewers
ones.
back then. Because
Nice.
like, so basically, a long time ago, you
Mm-hmm.
could, for whatever reason, the bots would count as actual viewers.
Mm-hmm.
So you could like have like 5 viewers, but like you realistically had zero.
You had
You
to,
know?
yeah, that makes sense. By the way, to answer your question, it says that your account was created 7 years, 6 months, 14 days, and 3 hours ago.
Woo!
So I
3 hours ago. Damn,
yeah,
that's crazy.
interesting, interesting. We
What
missed.
am I? What is 12-year-old Aurora? No, yeah, 12. What is 12-year-old Aurora doing making a Twitch account at 7? No, like 9 o'clock, dude. What? It's bedtime.
Exactly. And you know what? I think you should be more worried about the fam getting you for that one past your bedtime than Twitch canceling you because you were 12 there. But
Yo, I think can't touch. They can't get
it's too
my
late
main
at this
account
point.
removed.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. It was your
Yeah,
man. Your
yeah,
man.
no
Your man. You
chance.
got it. You got it.
No chance. I'd throw hands.
Well, that's awesome. So then you made this new account because of that. Were you when you made the new account? Was that when you started streaming?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I was mainly a viewer per se,
Mm.
I watched a lot of I believe I actually think I just followed him on my main account today.
Mm.
Giant Waffle. He's a
Oh.
super old Minecraft streamer. I
Mhm.
used to watch him. I used to play on his server. I used to be like a big fan. I used to watch this other guy. Don't remember his name. Not a chance. I could if I see his face, I'd be like, "Hey, yo, it's that guy." But there's someone else I watched. Ethos Lab. I watched Ethos Lab as well.
Interesting.
Um,
Nice.
A lot on stream.
That's
So I
awesome.
was mainly a watcher,
Mm-hmm.
which yeah.
So when did you start streaming, Aurora?
I'd say about a year after I made the original account, so 6 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I started streaming Counter-Strike Source and Minecraft, and then eventually Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and a little bit of Rainbow Six,
Nice.
those games, and then I moved on to Minecraft again.
And what got you to even stream in the first place? To agree to go live for the very first time?
Probably just like the dream, you know? Like as a
Mhm.
kid, I'd love to be a YouTuber and a streamer as a kid, but then I dropped it, and I eventually just dropped games, and then I came
Mhm.
back to it, and then realized like over quarantine, I have literally nothing to do.
Wow.
I don't have
Yeah.
sports. I have work, but like I don't want to work.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
True.
so I was like, okay, I guess the time it is to just like start streaming. So
Yeah.
I got me and my friends to start streaming, and then I think I just kept with it because my friends were also streaming.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
it's like,
So when did what time frame was it when you started becoming more of a consistent streamer and really taking it to that next level of, all right, I want this to be a bigger part of my life. I'm not going to just, in the past where it was more of, I'm trying it out, wasn't fully into it, but now you have your friend group as well as your community, as well as pretty much the theme of what you do on your channel. When did you start taking that more seriously?
I don't know exactly like when I decided to like do a schedule.
Mhm.
I'd say about July is when I like decided to like, okay, I'm going to stream mainly every day of the week, at least 3 times a week. And I remember when I did it, I streamed for like 6 hours
Yeah.
every stream. I don't know how I did it, man.
Sheesh.
It was that
Oh.
new streamer energy, like
Yeah.
that woo baby,
So
it's brand
true.
new.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, I guess this is what I'm doing. And then that was basically what it was. I think I streamed Minecraft like every single day, and I tried streaming
Mhm.
other games as well. So
How long did that honeymoon period last for, Aurora?
I don't know. I think after the first month, I started averaging like 15 viewers, and then
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I can't do this, guys. No more 6 hour streams. We're gonna do solid 3 hours and just
Yeah.
call it quits. And I think I think that's when I drew the line.
Yeah. Truth.
But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's I do notice that on your channel you have for 12,000, I believe, 12,000 points or 200,000 points. I'm sorry. You'll do a 12-hour stream. So
Mhm.
that we'll see if you can reharness that energy, that passion to go all the way for 12 hours here on Twitch.
Dude, I actually have one. I'm doing a 12-hour stream on Friday, so that's
Oh
gonna be
my oh gosh,
fun.
guys, we got to tune in for that. All right, we'll see if the man's going to make it. I don't know. He's looking a little rough right now. He says he's tired, his voice is gone. We'll see. We'll see if he still got it here. Here's the thing, Aurora, all right? All that aside, let's I'm going to break the ice here, all right? We got some icebreaker activities. I have your Twitter account pulled up. And
Oh,
there's a couple tweets I just
yikes.
wanna air out. I just wanna ask, and we can have a
I
little
better pull up
discussion
my
about.
Twitter. Oh no.
Is you know what's crazy, Aurora? This is public information. All right, this is just public
It
information.
is,
I don't
it
understand
is,
why
but,
people
like,
are so shocked.
realistically, it's private information in my brain, so I don't know.
We'll see about that. First one here, Aurora. First one here. I feel like the first two tweets out of three kind of go hand in hand. So the first one I want to ask is you said at 8:47 a.m. February 9, 2021, it says, make it today that you send a kissing emoji to a homie.
That is absolute
You-
facts. Make it today. Make it today. That's what I gotta make it today.
You woke up with this thought, clearly, all right? This is early in the morning. What was running through your mind? You're like, you know what? I just need to go send some kisses to the homies, man. They don't get enough of these. What was going through your head when you were writing this tweet?
100%. I definitely remember waking up to a text from my best friend Matt and had a kissy emoji in it. So I was like, I think that probably implanted the idea. And so I was like, okay. And then I
Yeah.
was like, let me think. I gotta tweet something this morning before I go live.
Mm-hmm.
So then I did that. I just had to tweet it. Man, I tweet the weirdest things. My brain will come up with the weirdest things ever.
Well, the weirdest,
just-
it was pretty good. It got some good. A lot of people sent kisses around your fucking comment section there. But let's.
Yeah, some people were tagging other creators too, or like other friends, and I thought that was funny.
There you go. Let's parlay this into the next tweet. All right. I feel like I said, they kind of go hand in hand. The next tweet says at 8:48 a.m. All right. Again, this man's a serial morning tweeter, and he goes, everyone's talking about stocks and such, but all I'm saying is you should invest in me. And there's a little bit of a pouty face. I'm starting to see a theme, Aurora. I'm starting to see a theme. I don't know if this man he just wants to feel appreciated. I don't know if it's horny on main kind of energy. I'm trying to gauge what this is all about. Tell me about this tweet. What is going on here? It's written January 28th, so there's still a couple weeks prior to Valentine's Day. So I don't know if this was a shot, but what's going on here?
That was definitely just me trying to make a joke. I'd say probably oh yeah, I was swiping through TikTok and the GameStop stuff was going crazy on TikTok. Every video was like GameStop going to the moon, bro. Like F these hedge funds, you know, like it's like I was like, okay, I know nothing about stocks, but it's obviously an internet sensation right now. So I decided, why not make a tweet about it? And you know, my brain, I work like a marketer. How can I flip this for some engagement? And so I flipped it for engagement. I said, hey, everyone's talking about stocks, but invest in me, you know, or like going to the moon, dog, never stopping.
Let's get it on the docket that this tweet got more likes than sending homies kisses. All right, so I think there's something to be said about that. There's something to be said about that. The final tweet I have up here is something that we touched on earlier today already. All right, at the
Mhm.
beginning of the stream when we were talking about ideas and people thinking that it's theirs versus whatever. And I actually am very curious about this, and I have my own opinions, and I'd love to talk to you more about it. The tweet says, "Daily reminder: you can be inspired by others' content and make similar style videos, and the original creator has no right to stop others from doing that. I'm sorry, but you should take 100 days to rethink what the hell you're doing." That's a lot of sass right there, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't seen this man this was spitting some fire, but the thing is, I fully agree with you. So, Aurora, for those that may be out of the loop, what is the context of this tweet? You don't have to give out names per se, but like, what is the context behind writing this tweet?
Well, I mean, I can give it a name. He's
All
a
right, rate your
huge content
names.
creator. His fault for DMing and intimidating small accounts, but
Mm.
his name's Luke the Notable. He started the 100 Days Hardcore content, the video I'm actually working on. He just it's a YouTube channel. I believe he's just like a very laid back person, not a very like internet kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he just definitely didn't understand the whole idea of internet culture and how like if you put an idea on the internet, first of
Yeah.
all, definitely not original. Second
Yep.
of all, 100%, someone's gonna try and work it or make it their own in some way,
Correct.
through their own mental capacity of how they see fit. And I just think that his whole situation where he was telling smaller creators that, hey, you can't do that. Credit me for using 100 Days Hardcore, and stuff like that, and you gotta basically copying the same formula.
Mm.
And he also like wanted to trademark it, which we
That's
all know
weird.
how that went with
That's
Fine
ridiculous.
Bros.
Yeah.
You can't trademark days or a
Mm-hmm.
100 dog. The world owns those.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was just like
Do you
it
do
is
you
weird.
think that I understand the trademarking going too far? Do you think that giving credit to the idea originator was too much as well?
No, I think giving credit is when it comes to content,
Mm-hmm.
not photo based, since you can't really work an image differently,
Yeah.
unless you heavily Photoshop it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh I think that credit isn't necessarily 100% due, especially when the formula is like flip flopped a lot. Like it's
Mm.
basically like you essentially just took the idea and you made your own separate brand new branch of content. So
Yes.
like I think that is it's dependent. Are you
Mm-hmm.
copying everything he says? Are you copying his mannerisms? Are you copying what
Mm.
he's saying, the words he's
Mm-hmm.
using, the timings, like things like
Mm-hmm.
that? If you are making a cookie cutter per se,
Mm.
um, I think credit is due.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're taking someone's joke and then expanding on it, or making it like, I don't know, like a reaction to it or stuff like that, I don't know. I feel as if there's like certain levels that you do not have to give credit for.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge problem on TikTok where it's actually so unbelievably like stupid. It is just like the dumbest thing ever. You will see a creator comment on some small account that just had a video blow up for copying their video, but then you click their account and then you see they literally copied 8 other people's videos. And it's like this weird like vicious circle that like huge creators try and stop smaller creators from even thinking of copying another person's video so they don't blow up and add competition. It's
Mm-hmm.
like essentially what businesses do to small businesses. But
Monopolizing.
like
They're trying to
yeah,
monopolize the idea.
yeah.
That's fascinating to me. They're on one end, imitation's the most sincerest form of flattery. So it's
Mhm.
like, if anything, the guy should brand him. I know nothing about this, Aurora. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'm taking the general idea of taking content from other people and putting your own spin on it. I'm a believer that you should do that. I think especially content creators that are on the smaller to mid-level size that have tried it all. Why not? Why not give it a go? No,
Mhm.
again, no one is trademarking this stuff. It's insane that anyone thinks that it's their birthright to protect these things.
Yeah.
I'm not the first person to have a podcast. I'm not going to be the last person either. Um, so as is, but what's fascinating is he should just brand himself as the creator of the idea. I don't know why he doesn't just do that. And since he's already a bigger platform, more people understand that he originated it. It's small brain mentality. It's, in my opinion, it's very egomaniac esque, to think that that's how it should be created. But Regardless, beyond the point, I agree with you, and I'm glad that you had the voice to just be like, "This is stupid, this is dumb," and I'm gonna call it what it is on a
Yeah.
public platform, which you claim is private in your opinion. But anyway, oh my goodness, out of pocket there, Aurora. Well, see, that's the easy stuff. All right. I also have here on my other screen 3 of your clips from your channel. And I
Mhm.
would just like you to explain what's going on. Okay, that's it. It's very simple. It's very simple.
All right, all right.
It's gonna be a cakewalk. All right, this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite segment of the show. Let me switch over the cams right here. This first one says spilled milk. All right, it's 32
Oh
seconds long.
boy.
And we're gonna watch it. I'm gonna need you to explain to me what's going on. All right, as if someone who's just stumbling upon your stream that sees this, I want you to give us the overview of what's going on after we play the clip. All right, so it's only 32 seconds long. Let's give it a listen, guys.
No, we'll do 15. We'll do 15 seconds. I'll have... Never mind. I spilled it. I spilled the milk. God, I cannot stand my reaction.
No crying over spilled milk. All right, Aurora, no crying over spilled milk. I love it though. So let me ask, what is going on here? So why did you even have that much milk on you? And it sounds like there was ice on it. What's going on?
There's ice in the milk, 2000%. So we were having a conversation about people who are putting ice in their milk and how you shouldn't do it. In my opinion, I thought it was weird. And so someone was like, okay, you go try it. For whatever reason, someone said chug the milk, and I was like, okay, prediction on if I can chug the milk.
Yeah.
But this was before I ended up spilling it, so I ended up having to go get another thing of milk to chug it.
Mm-hmm.
But I essentially, you saw the little animal on my shoulder. That's Klondike. He fell off my shoulder, and then
Yeah.
I hit the desk, and then the milk spilled, and then I was at such a loss for words that I had that awkward the milk spilled, and it's just like really funny, and oh my god.
Did you?
Dude,
How
I
did
was so
how did the
worried about
glass
that.
not break? That was my other question. It's like,
It's plastic, actually.
oh, okay. Fair play. I thought you were holding a glass cup. I was like, damn, this guy's living on the edge. Glass cup, milk with ice, next to all these electronics. I thought this was a perfect storm for a Alt F kind of moment. That's insane. So
Yeah.
wait, we never got it on the docket. Did you ever drink it with ice?
I did. It tastes no different. A little extra watery, and I don't like milk that cold. So it's like weird, you know? It's like you know how you drink water from
Yeah.
the fridge, you're like, ooh, nice. But then you drink water with ice from the fridge, you're like, ooh, extra cold, making my teeth shiver. But like I don't want my teeth to shiver when I'm drinking milk. Like, let alone do I normally drink milk? I don't typically drink it. So
true.
it's just like ew.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, because the thing is, that's the trappings of like a cappuccino or whatever, some frappuccino. I'm sorry, to have ice and milk blended, all that jazz. But yeah, I've never heard of that same kind of type beat where someone's just literally drinking milk with ice. It's odd. Good to know. Hot takes only from Aurora, guys. He's only going to tell us the truth. He's only going to tell us the truth. Let's move on to the second clip here. And it says, Aurora is amazed by what pulled up on his computer. And it's just some big faces here. Let's
my
see
God.
let's just take a listen here, and I'm going to have him explain to us what is going on in the clip.
What an amazing cock. I guess I can check memes. I check memes. Hey man, that's one nice cock. That's one nice cock. The music makes it so much better. Shit my balls. Oh goodness.
So, Aurora, this one clearly is a
Shit my
throwback.
ball. I forgot about the shit my balls.
So, I'm a man of tomorrow's Throwback Thursday, but I thought we'd expedite it a little bit and have it here on a Wednesday. What in the world is going on in this clip? There's so much information to be taken. Do you even remember this? Do you remember this person?
I barely do. Because one, outdated hairstyle. Two, old setup and such. So I'm like, I don't like it. But the clip is funny. The clip is The clip is like, I don't know, stuff like I would do as like a smaller streamers. I'd be in my Discord and talk to people a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's just what I was doing. I think I remember he posted a photo of like a rooster or something, and he was like, check memes to see a nice cock, and I was like, oh, that's a
Mm-hmm.
nice cock. Yeah, it's a nice rooster, bro. What can I say? It was nice. Can't say it's not nice.
This is, it's just those baity clickbait titles, but verbally. That's
Yeah.
what I'm hearing
Yeah.
here. I've also, you could tell how dated it is by the follower goal right here. All right, this is humble beginnings, Aurora guys.
Oh
all right?
yeah.
This is before the
Wow.
empire here. This man had a follow goal of 750. He's killing it now. He's absolutely thumbing through Twitch. But yeah, this is a totally different person. That's one of my things. I love going to the deepest, darkest crevices of your best clips and try to find something of the way past. It's a time capsule to see who this guy is. I could tell you have a healthy chat, dude. I could tell you have a healthy community when not one of them has said the easy joke of, I miss the old Aurora, man. I miss this one right here. I remember this guy. I miss the So clearly they love you regardless there. I'm going to take us to the last clip, all right? We were talking about how, about verbal clickbait, but I think there's one that's on the text itself. And if we look at right here, it says, got creamed for charity stream. I feel like you are all but close, but saying cream pie is just too much. It's too easy. It was a great title. I have to give you credit where credit is due. I was the first one to click this one. I was like, what's going on here? All right, Aurora's getting creamed. So let's give this one
Dude, oh my God.
Let's give this one a watch, and I'll have you explain a couple things about this clip, all right? One moment.
Mm-hmm.
For the charity stream. Okay.
That's it. I'm standing right here. I don't want the impact. 2, 1. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
On 2. Oh.
I'll let it be known.
Yeah.
I thought all my hair was gonna fall out because
How?
I don't know. I don't know much about like shaving cream because I don't really use shaving cream. And so like I was like, what the freak, bro? Like, doesn't this like ruin doesn't like do something to your hair follicles before you shave? And I was like, oh dude, this is my hair. I gotta go shower quick. So that was one thought. Also, it was a absolute bitch to get out of my hair, bro. It was so hard. And then my head itched for the rest of the 24-hour stream too.
Oh my gosh.
So that was one thing. Second thing, I definitely could say it here because it's not my stream, but every single person in that clip except for me was absolutely wasted out of their minds. I don't understand how they could keep it controlled for that moment. Like there was a clip where I just couldn't get my friend to shut the absolute fuck up. He was just saying things and I was unbelievably tired myself. So I was like, man, I need you to go. And I was just texting my one roommate who had any form of like sanity left in him. I was like, get him out, bro. I need to lock the door, yada yada. They were having their own little shindig, so I was like, okay, that's fine.
So all these homies here, blasted, maybe
so
blasted. Oh yeah, but yourself, you're clean as a whistle. You had a charity stream to host, all right?
I had a charity stream, dog.
Exactly. It's a tough look. Let me ask a couple things. How did you get into this moment? It's kind of like one of those like freeze frame. I bet you're wondering how we got here. How did we lead up to this cream pie in the face?
This was I can't think. This was for I believe $750 on charity or the big 1,000. No, I think
awesome.
1,000 was 1,000 was like shower cold or whatever.
Oh damn.
But yeah, that was one of the big goals, and it was quite fun. I don't know. I had a lot of fun with it. That was one of my most favorite streams ever.
That's so cool.
Just because I don't know.
What was the charity?
It was for St. Jude's.
That's so awesome.
Got a lot of cancer in the life, so
yeah.
Figured why not do for St. Jude's. That's typically my go-to.
I feel that. I love that, Aurora. Dude, that's so awesome. That's really cool that, all fun aside, with the clips and you hang out with the homies and getting pie to the face or shaving cream to the face, which you might as well just get whipped cream at this point, all right? I feel like it's cheaper, but anyways, I feel like it's less of a mess, but that's really awesome of you to to be doing charity streams, especially for a cause that holds close to your heart. But that's everything, Aurora. Right? That's the hardest part, I think, of the show in terms of putting you on the spot and being a little bit silly with yourself there. But I'm gonna ask you some introspective questions about your time on Twitch. All right, Aurora. And then after that, we'll lead into the life stories part of the show. The first question being, what have you learned about yourself through streaming?
I've definitely learned that I'm a much more entertaining person, an interesting person than I had previously thought. Um, and that I've definitely learned that people's opinions don't matter whatsoever. Even more so from streaming. Um, I was the kind of person that in high school I kind of worried about like people's like opinions on me, and then I went to college and I realized that meant diddly squat, and then I started streaming. I'm like, wow, that really means absolutely nothing.
Mm.
So that was a big thing for me. And then also I guess like it made me much more of a supportive person. I'm definitely as a college student, I was definitely a little like I guess you could say narrow-minded about topics. Less opinionated on things, and I was less active in conversations. So I'd say definitely now I'm much more like educated on a lot of things. I see a lot more people's perspectives, and then I also I realize that like only on certain select days should you wake up and be like it's gonna be a me day. And then every other day I'm like I feel like let's do something different today for someone. So like for instance like yesterday when I went to Starbucks, like I paid for the people like behind me. I paid for their stuff.
That's really nice.
Because like I just like there's like something you got to do every single day to like make some kind of like a supportive move. And I feel like that kind of mindset has definitely come to help me out. With like repaying me for things. Even though I don't deserve repaying of any sorts, but I think it's that kind of mindset has definitely helped me gear forward. Whereas someone who just like does streaming just for the money or themselves, they're just like I feel like they don't really make it many places.
You know what? You've hit so many notes that I resonate with. I'm a big believer, and I'm trying to push this narrative of if there's everyone and their ma is going to be streaming gurus nowadays. Everyone has those YouTube channels that are like, oh, top 10 ways to grow your community. But I feel like it really revolves around one central theme, and that's selfless streaming. It's streaming for others. It's really putting yourself out there. And doing this not because you want that clout or notoriety or money, like you said, but because you truly love this platform and what you do and what you're creating here, not just by yourself, but with everyone that wants to be involved with your content. So I think, I could see a glimmer. That's exactly what I resonate with mission statement-wise. You said two other statements that I'd love to ask you about. The first one being, you said you didn't know, or you knew you were entertaining after streaming. And that you wouldn't have defined yourself prior to that. How did you define yourself before streaming?
Before I guess I define myself as like a nerdy gamer person who would often go to like I guess like parties and like be extroverted at parties, but when I'm by myself, I'm unbelievably introverted. I'd say that's still definitely the same, but I think where I've changed is that like now when I'm by myself or doing things on my own in public, I'm more confident with what I do, more confident with what I say. Confidence is a huge thing now. I think streaming has boosted my confidence an absurd amount, so much to the point where I sometimes I do need a knockdown or two. It's
who does
nice.
that for you? What's the knockdown?
Oh, absolutely, my mod team, bro. My mods go ham on me. Not a single day I can like live life normally, bro, without them being like, "Yo, did you shower today, bro? You smell like shit, dog."
This guy's a little stinky right now. He's got a little stinky. I feel that. That's so true. Same with my mods. They gotta humble us, man. They gotta because it's easy to get a little bit of an ego when you're being creative and you're building this thing. And so to be able to have a level playing field and be like, hey, don't get too big for your britches. Don't get too fucking hot on yourself, and realize what got you where you are today. I love that. The second question I have when you were answering that what have you learned through streaming prompt is that you mentioned ignoring kind of the naysayers or what people have to judge you by. I find that fascinating, especially in a industry or in a platform where we are critically judged. It's hard not to be. You know, we are judged by our content. We are judged every day. We have 30 seconds, they say. We have 30 seconds to make an impression on someone that opens your stream. Hopefully with them being staying after the ads. So I guess my question would be, how long did it take for you as a streamer to realize, oh, I shouldn't be worrying about everyone's opinion, but those that really resonate with me, and trying to not just retain, but build that relationship with your community?
I actually don't. It took me, I'd probably say like when I immediately started streaming consistently, because I had streamed Counter-Strike for such a long time. I know this is like weird because like it's a completely different mindset, but
Yeah.
I was semi-professional at Counter-Strike for a pretty decent amount of time, and that community is unbelievably toxic, as most FPS communities are.
Yeah.
So I was pretty, I guess you could say, well situated with people coming in and hating on things, or like, like I'd be like streaming and like they'd click my profile, see my Twitch, and like, stream snipe me, like BM in the Twitch chat and stuff like that. So early on, I learned that like people's words don't really matter in that sense. So I kind of took that mindset going into wholesome Minecraft. So
Yeah.
it was like, wow, I'm basically bulletproof to these nerds who are messaging me on my Twitch chat. So yeah.
What was some, if I may ask, what were some of the comments that you would get that you were just getting tired of receiving?
So often ones were like, "You're trash, like stop streaming." Like I'm literally using you as an advantage right now. Like that's a pretty big one. When like you would stream a Counter-Strike, people would just like go on and on and on about how like you are like you're just a ticket to the win for them. Because like
they're sniping you.
They're sniping you.
Yeah.
And basically I was just like I don't know, it was that, and then like you're trash, like you're terrible. Sometimes they'd even stick around into like the next game even though they were in the game.
Yeah.
And they just be like, you're ugly, you're stupid.
Damn, they went
You're
everywhere.
so dumb. Dude, there's not a single thing that I haven't had said to me like in person and online. Like there's no chance.
I'm a strong believer that, if you're going to do this, you got to come in with a mindset of, you got to have a bit of a thick skin, but you also have to dismiss that shit and realize your value as a person is far beyond even just streaming. This is just a thing. This doesn't define whether I'm a good person or not, and maybe in entertainment value, but even then, I know plenty of funny people that aren't comedians, but it's kind of that same type beat there. Let's ask you the next question here. How would you describe your streaming style, Aurora? How would you describe your streaming style?
I'd previously described it as variety, but lately it's been Minecraft, and I've really enjoyed Minecraft a lot. I enjoy playing the game, so it's not like I'm doing it just for interaction. Like I literally like have so many mediums of playing it. I have like peaceful, like hardcore. I have Bed Wars, which is pretty high octane gameplay per se. I have servers I can go on. I have like parkour, which like parkour is like just like something I'm always interested. There's a lot of parkour games I actually used to play. I used to play Daylight, stuff like that. There's like all these like different games that I'm just interested, because it's like Minecraft is that kind of game where it can branch off into so many different things.
Yeah.
It's kind of just a content-oriented game, and I believe that there's a lot of people on the platform who are streaming Minecraft, but realistically, they're just chatting with an avatar in the game.
True.
So I think I would classify myself as a 75% Minecraft streamer and 25% the rest, like aka like just chatting, maybe the occasional different game, stuff like that. I definitely am going to be playing games when they come out now.
Nice.
Just because like the partner thing makes it a lot easier for me to not worry about viewership. So if a game just came out, I can play it and not really worry.
It's interesting how you said I've been saying the same thing, that I think the check mark actually gives content creators more freedom to be creative, which part of me thinks that it should be reversed, but I mean, or equal, just for the sake of, if you want new, what I say when I say riskier content, I'm not saying risque. I'm meaning more creative, more pushing the boundaries of, rather than following trends.
Yeah.
But I love that for you. I love that you acknowledge that and say, you know what, I could branch out a little bit. I could. Yeah, I think I feel good enough with not just those that you've built around your community, but within your platform to say, yeah, let's shake things up. Let's try something different. Who knows what it'll bring. Do you plan out your streams, or is it freestyle?
I do plan out my streams,
Mhm.
but they're typically like an hour before. Um, I plan out. I guess you could say Sometimes I plan out topics.
Mhm.
I'll plan out content-oriented things when they come up. So, like, for the 12-hour stream, I got a lot of stuff planned out. But
Nice.
like for like tomorrow's stream, it's probably just me chilling out, talking to chat about stuff.
Mm.
So it's just like I think of things sometimes. I'm definitely more of a planner for like other means of content, like
Yeah.
TikTok or YouTube, stuff like that.
Mhm. I like that. Nice.
Mhm.
Uh, let's ask some questions about your community. All right. If I asked your community who you are, and I had no idea who you are, what do you think they would say to me?
That's tough. They'd probably mention wholesome, I think. I hope. I think they definitely mention supportive. That's what I go for.
Mm.
Maybe even comfort streamer would be thrown in there. I'm not trying to sound cocky, obviously. I'm just trying to
No,
sound
no, no,
like
no. Of
what
course.
people normally say. I don't know. A lot of those very nice, supportive, like comfy terms.
Hmm.
Maybe a little energetic. Oh, actually, definitely energetic.
Mm. I mean, you're
Stuff like
yelling at
that.
people. All right. You lost your voice, my man. All right.
Yeah. So I'd say wholesome, definitely very positive. I
Hmm.
try not to be negative on streams whatsoever. Um, so yeah, I think wholesome, positive, comforty, energetic streamer.
When you say you don't try to be negative on stream, is that even at the detriment of how you feel personally, internally? So say you're having a bad day, you will suppress that and just bring out, some positivity out of nowhere, because it's more important to keep your stream that way.
I think. Well, this is like a personal mindset for me.
Yeah.
I think, no matter how bad the day is, there's always a form of positivity to go for. So, what
Mm.
I do is I force myself to be positive because once I end up doing that, I feel so much better at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I often will stream if I'm not feeling good because
Wow.
everyone would cheer me up, which is like a big thing for me. Because not only does streaming cheer me up, but it cheers me up more to see that I'm cheering other people up.
Yeah.
So it's just like an overall, like mood boost. I just really enjoy it. So I just really enjoy it kind of energy as well. I don't know. I think being positive takes no effort and just helps everything out. So
It's really cool. And I say this in the best way possible. You'll go against the grain. More often than not, I'll hear people say, I'm not going to stream that day if I'm feeling bad. Or I'm going to keep it real and keep it 100 with people and just tell them everything. And while I see the pros and cons for both, I also think we each have the ability to make a conscious decision of, are we going to allow this thing to dictate our whole day, our whole mood, our whole life? Or are we going to try to, change our mind? And like you said, it's altering your mindset rather than thinking of it as negatively. I'm going to try to twist it into some sort of positive or see the silver lining in that situation. That's a really,
mhm.
really healthy and advanced way of thinking. I love that. Let's flip the question around. All right. How would you describe your community to me? If I showed up, I was like, yo, Aurora, tell me about these people. What would you tell me?
um, I'd probably mention how they're the best people ever. I don't know. I don't have a single person in my community who is like extremely rude or toxic,
Mm.
or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think every single person who is active in my community, at least,
Yeah.
are just really nice, and they're just looking for other people to hang out with, looking for other people to be positive around with,
Mm.
and just overall trying to have a fun time. So I think like I'm very grateful for the fact that I can go live and like I could go get food and I come back to like a heart spam in my chat. So like that's
Mm.
like I think my chat is like just very 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 nice and very 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 positive all the time. So
Mm.
that really definitely helps.
Tell me this. Aside from the obvious, which is like it's easy to quantify something in terms of like, oh, I'm thankful for something like follows or bits or subs, whatever. Aside from all those easy to quantify things through metrics, what are you most thankful for through your community?
I'm probably most thankful for the people who are in my Discord, and the people who send me like individual messages, DMs and stuff like that. They're like, I don't know, like every time I see someone send me a DM that's like, "You cheered up my day. I have this and this going on. You're really helping out with the streams."
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I don't know, that kind of stuff. Like I wish I could like print it out and like put it on a wall, because like it just like looking at that kind of stuff like makes me feel so happy on the inside, because that is literally how I felt as a kid. So like I would often come home like really sad and really like just overall really anxious about things, and I'd watch people to
Yeah.
help me cheer me up and stuff like that. So I think like seeing those messages, it's like almost like me like walking back in time and like
Mhm.
high-fiving like my younger self, or giving my younger self a hug, and like saying like, hey, like, man, we did it. Like we're doing exactly what you wanted to do.
Hell yeah.
And that what so many people told me that I couldn't do. So it was like, it means the world to me. It's like really, really, really nice. That's absolutely, if I ever get one of those messages, I will put pause on anything that's going on, and I will just read it out loud, and I'll always make sure to respond every single time.
Yeah, I've said this time and time again on this channel. You know, we when we go through shit when we're younger, you know, we grow up to be the people we needed back then. And it sounds like you're literally taking that verbatim and applying that into your life today. That's really awesome, dude. You should consider screenshotting that stuff and making a Google file or a folder in your computer and just save that there. I think those are really important.
Most of them are bookmarked tabs
There
for
it
me on
is.
my Google. So like they're just
Yeah.
like bookmarked. Like I can click on them if I'm ever feeling down and like stuff like that.
When
I've
was the last?
actually I've actually like literally like clicked on one, and then like messaged them like, how are you feeling? I'll often like check in on people, because I think that's kind of important in a sense. Like some people are like, hey, like they'll be like really honest with me, and they'll be like, this is going on,
Yeah.
and I'll check in with them as if I can. I'll be like, hey, like, how's everything going? And for most people, they're like, oh my god, wow, I can't believe you checked in on me. And I'm just sitting there like, you told me what's going on. I feel bad. Why would I not check in on you?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So
When was the last time you opened that folder up or opened that tab and the bookmarks up?
definitely this morning, since I didn't stream. I was going through some of them, some
Yeah.
older ones in particular. Yeah.
Wow. Nice. Well, there you go, Mr. Aurora. That's the first segment right there. All right, it's a breeze. Did you I've had a lot of people on here, and they've all said the kind of the same thing, where it's like, oh man, I'm super nervous, yada yada. You seem cool, calm, collective. You seem like you got it all figured out. All right.
I am so unbelievably nervous, but you can't see it because I'm putting wow, my voice. I'm putting on the act, in a sense that I'm forcing myself to be extroverted right now.
Why are you so
Like,
nervous?
I always get nervous when I'm on other people's shows.
Yeah.
Like I did a podcast
Yeah.
for someone, I think his name is Cage Tunes. I was so nervous for that, because it's like my first podcast. It's like, why was I invited? Like like who cares about me? Like what's going on, Like it's like, what is this? So it's like I'm always nervous. But I always want to say yes to those kind of things, because I think they're really cool.
Well, Aurora, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. All right, open hand policy. This is gonna be the most casual. Like, you're gonna feel so. It's cozy here. All right. This is no anxiety whatsoever. It's too
It
easy.
is really cozy. I'm not gonna lie with you. It is cozy here. It is not weird at all. I've been on some very like awkward shows before. And
I
it's just
appreciate
like,
that, dude.
I'm just like, when do I
Yeah.
get to talk? Like that kind of like
It gets, yeah, I feel that. It's something that needs to be learned and applied sooner rather than later. It's the ability to listen, I think, is the biggest. Yeah, everyone wants to get their words in. But, you don't got to be the star. It's that selfless way of streaming, as we talked about. Aurora, if you want weird, you're going to get weird in just a moment, all right? This is the segment of the show where I disappear to use the restroom. I plan out a bathroom break for myself. I know my body long enough. And this is always the way. So I know I said it to a T, dude. To a T. So I know I say don't read the chat, but you could pull it up right now. The floor is yours. If you ever have to use the restroom or get something to eat or get something to drink, stop me at any time, dude. Like, it's as much your stream as it is mine right now. But I'll be right back in like 1 minute. All right, I'll be right back.
I will probably also go use the restroom then.
Oh, we're
but
doubling
I'll
down?
come back. Yeah.
Here, you go first. You go first. Go ahead.
Are you sure? Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, because I got to ask him some questions. All right, guys, now that we know the truth, all right, I need some gotchas. I need some gotcha questions for Mr. Aurora, all right? For this man. Damn, Jake, please, all right? This man, Jay over here is zooming on his phone. Just, whoa, wait. I better not see after the show some clips of that, Jay, all right? We respect Aurora. I'm looking respectfully. That's Jay right now. Guys, if you have any questions for Aurora, maybe there's something you want to say to him that I could read aloud, !Q into the chat. Click that link and it'll send you to a telenon. I'm sorry. Write whatever you want. If you want to write your name, so then I can read that aloud as well. That would work too. But make sure you ask some questions. We're going to get into the life story part of the segment right after I take a piss. And it'll, you'll get the meat and potatoes of all it. Moms is so gone, I can't mod. Peyton, go to bed. Go to bed, Peyton. You're off the clock, all right? You're fired. No, go rest, dude. Go rest. You sent me some lewds earlier today. Frankie, Chris, we got questions. There they are. There. Moms, check Discord after stream. I will do my best. I will. There he is. Megs is here. Don't worry, Megs is here. Night pain. Aw, View Above the Champion is here. View, did you hear what Aurora had to say about you in the tournament? He says the only reason you won was because he wasn't there to take you out the first round. All right? I don't know. Well, I'll let you deal with him, all right? All right, I'll be right back.
Yo, what's up, Grady? How you doing? Hello, everybody. How are you all? What's up? Bubbles, hello, Visions. How you doing, man? Grady, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I've studied rock paper scissors psychology, actually in my psychology class. So you might have gotten the work, but that's okay. We're gonna act like you would have won anyway. Thank you. I appreciate Angelina. Thank you so much. Woo, Chris. Oh, woo. Hello, Patty. How you doing? Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. Thank you. You were born a rock, paper, scissors champion, and you still are, big man. We are good in the Bob and Travel in your chat. Oh, that's right. Yeah, what's up, Weed Snacks? Oh, I realized that. Yeah. What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to stream. Brain larger than Jupiter. Jupiter, bro. How you fit all that in your head? You're doing amazing. Thank you, Bubbles. I appreciate you saying that. So nice of you. Thank you, everybody. Hey, what's up, Halo? How are you? Yeah, I have a HyperX Quadcast. It's a pretty nice mic. Also, you leaving something wholesome. Leaving you something wholesome for when mom reads it. What? Oh, Kristen, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Dad's back to roast you, Grady. Hi, Key. I was nervous. I need to be a worthy opponent. Yo, I study my opponents, Grady. I have studied thoroughly. Okay, cool. Oh, thank you, Say. Say hi. Hello, Say. On the stream. Man, when you were talking about getting sweet messages. Oh, no, Jay. It means the world to me. Like all the sweet messages, every single one of them.
Boy.
Talking about chat. Oh, Pady, thank you. You're so invested. It's a really cool show, yeah.
Aurora, it's kind of the reason I did that segment. It's actually pre-planned. At first I really did have to take a piss, and then now I just plug it in every time because I find it interesting. When you're a streamer, you have all the stuff with Streamlabs or Stream Elements, and you have all control. But really, all right now you have is Discord, and you're on live. You really don't even have the camera set up. I have that all set up for you, and so you're just existing there. And I find it always fascinating, like a little case study of like, how does a streamer react when they can't really? You could turn off your screen, but like, how do they react when they're just there on someone else's channel and just existing alone? Yeah. But it's just fun to watch. I don't know. But this time I actually did have to use the restroom. Regardless to say, Aurora, we're going into the meat and potatoes, the heart of what this show is all about, which is the life story segment. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure I preface this with both you and those that are watching or listening tonight. If there's ever a topic you don't want to cover, feel free to stop me. Feel free to either give a vague answer and just carry on, or even just say, hey, I don't really want to talk about that. We'll move on. That's my number one prerogative is always to take care of the guest. I know as a streamer, it's usually, well, I'm trying to entertain the masses, but with a concept like this, it's really important to kind of guide the conversation in a way that you feel most comfortable. So whatever you're willing to talk about, I'm ready to dish with you here tonight. That being said, the first topic is family and just general growing up. So without doxing yourself, if you may, whether it be a city, state, whatever, where were you born and raised, Aurora?
Well, I was born and raised in two places. I was born in Providence, Rhode Island, and I was raised in Providence, Rhode Island, for a decent amount of time till I was about 4 or 5, and then we moved over here to Pennsylvania. Born and raised about near Philly, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
So I was born and raised Providence, and then near Philly. Both two cities start with a P. I think that's kind of funny. PP. But and then I've stayed here my whole life. I've stayed near Philly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Usually I don't have any follow-up questions about locations, but there's something about Rhode Island that just captures my attention. I got to ask you, what is there to do there? Like, what is the move at Rhode Island?
Everyone asks that.
Really?
Man,
It's just
but
this tiny.
They don't get it, bro.
What
It's
do we
so
not get?
Tiny
What do we not get?
That there is so much to do. Like
Yeah?
you can go to the zoo. Like you can go from one side of the corner of the state to the next in like 2 hours. 2 hours.
No
3
way.
hours. So like you can go to the zoo, you can go to like the art museum, you can go to like the art college, which has like a lot of really cool interactive things. There is like the professional rock climbing arena that like they use for like the Olympics. There is the mountain that leads into Massachusetts that you can climb.
I'm seeing the
There's
passion in
beach.
your eyes.
Rhode Island actually has the most public beach shoreline consecutive out of any other state in the world, even though it's the smallest, if you didn't know that. You could also go visit a couple key government buildings from history, probably about pre-1800s era. There's actually, I believe, a tribe of Native Americans there that host festivals every single year for people to come in and celebrate the culture, so you can do that. There is the July 4th parade in July. In Rhode
Oh, thank you. I'll circle my calendar.
It's actually, I believe, the 5th biggest July 4th parade out of any other state. Number one being New York, number 2 being like something other, whatever. I have no idea. Still super cool. And Cape Cod.
Yeah.
You can go look at some great whites, bro.
That's the truth. Well, the thing is, I wasn't saying that there's nothing to do. I was saying what my biggest focus was. It feels very much like when I think Rhode Island, I think why am I thinking Neopets? It's not Neopets. The word I'm looking for was holy shit. What is that game? Animal Crossing. That's the thing that I think about, and it's just this place where there is a lot to do, but it's just like this cutesy little town. And that's what I thought it was. All right,
that you are the first person I've ever heard compare the state of Rhode Island to Animal Crossing, bro. Are you?
Hey, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Is it wrong? Is that a hot
You're
take?
Not wrong. You're
Thank
not wrong.
you.
Oh,
Thank
another
you.
thing.
What's
Rhode
up?
Island, Providence.
Yeah.
Second best place to consume seafood. Boston will take it hands down.
I heard.
But Providence, Rhode Island, second best place to consume seafood. And I love seafood, so.
Yeah. What's the move? What's the go-to? If I'm in Rhode Island, what's the seafood I should be getting?
Definitely lobster. Fresh out of northeast of the Atlantic. And then definitely tuna. Tuna is, believe it or not, so Rhode Island, Boston, Massachusetts, duh. Rhode Island, Boston, typically not all of Massachusetts, but all of Rhode Island, since it's so small. All of Rhode Island, Boston, and I think New York are the only 3 key places that have enough distributors to justify them getting the nicest tuna out of the sea and bringing it over there. So definitely tuna, definitely lobster, definitely crab, specifically Alaskan snow crab. Believe it or not, Alaskan snow crab exists not in Alaska, which is funny.
Yeah. I've been lied to.
So that stuff. Yeah, you have. They
Yeah.
exist otherwise.
This is like, I thought the first shock would be that Santa's not real, but now you've really done it.
Alaskan
all right?
snow crab, bro.
I'm not sleeping
Why
tonight.
does it...
I'm not sleeping tonight. I'm gonna get some drink after the show. The I, I love how much passion you have for your your hometown,
Dude, I
man.
love seafood so
Yeah.
much. I love Rhode Island. There's only 3 states I live in.
Yeah.
Right here, Pennsylvania, love it. It's beautiful. Rhode Island, epic, love Rhode Island, or Texas because it's so goddamn cheap, bro. That's the only 3 states I'd live in this country, or else I'm
Damn.
moving out. I'm moving
You're
out
out
somewhere.
here. True. I don't blame you. Yeah. That's true. I didn't think. Interesting. Seattle wasn't in the cut, but it's fine. It's fine. We won't have to talk about that.
Seattle's cool. I don't know enough about Seattle. Maybe if I go to visit Seattle, I'd
Come
be
through,
like,
dude.
damn,
Come through.
Seattle's
all right?
dope.
Exactly. You got to give it a shot. That being said, that's awesome. So you grew up around Rhode Island, then Philly. Any siblings in your family?
I have 2 siblings. I have a younger sibling, Bella, and I have an older sibling, Gabrielle.
Oh, so we
I'm
got
the middle child.
Yeah.
And the only boy, so hard life. No, I'm kidding.
Tell me how that how that works out. Tell me your experience with your siblings. All right, you're sandwiched between 2 sisters there. You're the middle child, which is actually interesting. You're number 56 of this show, so you're 56 streamers now, and I would say upwards of 90 to 95% are all youngest children. And I think it's because we need attention, including myself. So tell me, what was it like growing up in your household with your siblings specifically?
So to put it, where you were talking about, attention is absolutely something that I do not need, which is actually like so weird. I am actually void of like needing attention, unless in key moments, like very rarely. It's actually weird in my relationship because I could go like a whole year, like maybe talking to my girlfriend maybe 20 times and like total and be like, oh God, I love this relationship. You know, like I very much so do not crave attention, which I think is a very not common trait amongst content creators.
I know it's almost counterproductive. It's
it is. It's weird. Like I don't crave attention. I think that comes from being a middle child and having the attention dispersed. And then also I was like the kid that like essentially went against the norm when it came to my parents. I played video games. I went against their rules. I was up late at night, like playing Pokemon, video games, Counter-Strike, yada yada, whatever it is. I broke them in when I guess you could say like I kind of like I did some things I probably shouldn't have, not in like a bad way, but like a kid, you know.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I definitely broke in the parents. But growing up with my siblings per se, it was hard growing up with my sister, my older sister, because I felt as if I was like walking in footprints that I couldn't fill, even though I have the bigger feet. But it was like I can't get like all A's in school. I can't focus like this. I had ADD, my sister doesn't. Stuff like that. That was hard. However, the only thing I ever knew that I could live up to or be better at than my sister was like compassion and like relationships and stuff like that. Not in a bad way. Just
I feel that exactly though.
Yeah, I can definitely like leave more of a mark on people. I think and work a conversation better and form relationships and overall like I think there's not many conversations I've had in my life where it's ended up walking away as a negative thing.
Yeah.
So I think that's like a very good thing I can do.
What would you say is your pro tip for approaching people with that kind of mindset? Or skill set, I should say. I'm sorry.
I think you have to really listen, and I think body language, tone, and just overall vocabulary are like the 3 most important things. If you're talking to someone who uses a like more basic vocabulary set, it doesn't mean that they're any way more smarter or dumber than you. It just means that's just how they normally talk, and that's like their normal environment. So if you go try ahead and use different vocabulary, it might come off as like rude or condescending. So that's a thing, and that then in turn plays with tone. You make sure you want to match the same tone. And then also lastly is body language. Are you looking them in the eye? Are you establishing respect? Are you tense? Are you loose? That's that kind of stuff. Like I think it's really important that when you're approaching conversations with especially strangers
Mm.
or even job interviews,
Yeah.
that's like the most important thing is that
Mm-hmm.
those three things will set you apart from anyone else because I guarantee you there's definitely someone more qualified than you to be in that
100%.
conversation.
100%.
But like they're probably like this, bro. They're like
Yeah. Closed off,
yeah,
tight.
they're looking down, like they're making awkward movements, stuff like that.
This is wild. I have yet to meet someone with such emotional intelligence, or with this kind of like, this is what you're saying is a lot of stuff that I study essentially and love. Like, this is my, I didn't realize that there was a definition for this, but everything you've said in terms of communication, not just verbally, but body language, even just attitude, is so, you're on the money. That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
I just picked up on it as a kid. I think it's just like
Yep.
as a kid I was ADD, so I was like naturally attentive to things.
Hmm.
Like I basically got into a couple. I think I moved from Rhode Island, and I couldn't really make friends for the longest time. So like
Hmm.
I would naturally like study the conversations I've had with the people who didn't want to talk to me, and
Mm-hmm.
figure out what I should do to make them want to talk to me. But not stoop to what they require me to do. Stoop to what I think would make them respect me. So stuff like that.
Oh, oh, what the hell, Aurora? I didn't see what I'm getting myself into tonight. Now I'm understanding all the hype before I even got you on here. The from your community, they were all gassing you up the first 5 minutes I went live here. Um, Going into that, tell me what is a lesson you've learned through your siblings, through being a middle child and having a younger sister and an older sister.
Um, there's always gonna be moments where someone's more important than you,
Hmm.
uh, but you should never let it permanently affect you. Um, because if you really think about it, you can't go every single day living your life like you're the main character. So it really means nothing in the grand scheme of things.
Hmm.
Unless it is something that is constantly rubbed in your face, in which that's the other person's fault.
Yeah.
It's just you should just let it go. You should just move on and be yourself and go do your own thing. Um, so I think that's definitely something I learned because my sister is better at grades than me, better at school.
Hmm.
My younger sister definitely better at sports than me as a kid.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I feel like it takes a bigger person to acknowledge that kind of stuff and like
Yes.
figure out like what are you good at, or like stick to what you want to stick to. Like don't try and go other places just because other people are doing better than you.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Talk to me about your parents, Aurora. Tell me about mom and pa.
So I love my mom, love my dad. They're great. Really, really supportive. But also essentially, um, you know, like truthful and brutally honest about things.
Mm.
Like classic kind of parents, like like, are you making money from this? Why are you doing it if you're not making money?
Mm.
However, I feel as if my dad more understands it than my mom,
Mm-hmm.
because my dad he wanted to be a football player, a baseball player, a professional sports player, and then I'm pretty sure my dad's probably had multiple passions that I'm just not aware of.
Yeah.
But I feel like he sees this and he sees it as his own individual company or business in a sense, but he also sees it as a passion. So he'll be like, okay, like, yeah, and what are you doing today? Are you keeping busy? Are you still working on it? That kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's more invested into what I'm doing rather than how much I'm making. So I
I
think
love
that
that.
really helps.
Yeah.
That's like probably like the most supportive mindset that a parent can have.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think growing up with them was great. Like definitely a much more different childhood than I'd say most people experience. My parents aren't perfect by any means. I don't think any parent's perfect. We grew up poor, and then I moved into a more comfortable lifestyle when we moved here. It's part of a big reason why we moved here.
Mm.
But in turn I became more comfortable in economic status. I became more uncomfortable in social status and like how do I interact with people. Like when I was in Rana, I was a much more extroverted person, and I was much more like friend. I was basically, I guess you could put it as more popular in the school, but like that
Mm.
didn't really matter. I was just easier at making friends.
Mm-hmm.
But when
Mm-hmm.
I moved over to PA, I definitely lost that trait, and I think that's why I become more introverted when I'm by myself now. Um,
Why do you think that's the
but
case? Why did you lose that
just
trait?
I just think that I tried. Basically it's like the classic, like I tried the same thing I was doing on Rhode Island here, and it just didn't work.
Mm,
And people were acting differently. People were like, I didn't know what to do because like what do the kids do here,
yeah.
that kind of stuff. And when I was doing all that, I was like, man, nothing's working. I should
Yeah.
just be my own friend for now. And so that's kind of what I did. That's where I found games and stuff.
That's interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, my parents are great. My mom is someone who's harbored my creativity since I was a kid. My dad is someone who's harbored my like sense of logical thinking, and like very, I guess you could say like you don't deserve anything, you know, kind of like you kind of work for everything.
Yeah.
My work ethic, I guess you could say, I definitely get
Hmm.
that from my dad. And then my communication skills, 100% from my father. As a kid, I'd listen to his conversations on end, like repeat. I'd just like sit there, use his
Hmm.
vocabulary. I'd be a 6-year-old walking around using terms like exuberant or
Oh my
like
gosh.
stuff like that. Because I would listen to what my dad said. I'd be like, yo, like
How many fights did you get
that's
as a kid?
listen. I would never say it to kids.
There you
Never say it to
go.
kids.
You're
But I'd
asking to
say
be
it to
bullied.
adults. I'd say it to adults, and
That's even worse. What are
they'd be like, this kid,
A savant.
why is he saying such smart shit, but he's absolutely doo doo at school, bro? Why is this kid so dumb, but saying words I don't understand? And I'm just like, I don't know,
Yeah.
man. That's absolutely like extravagant. Like as a kid, like it's
Whoa,
dumb.
what is
It's
this
like
bullshit?
dumb.
See, that's the thing is, I know a couple kids that do that same shit. If you ever want to humble a kid, you say, "All right, spell it. Spell that word. What is that word? Go ahead. I
The
need
thing
you to."
is, though,
Could
I
you
was
do it?
great at spelling. I was
Okay.
great at
All
spelling
right,
as a kid.
guys.
I
You're
suck
right.
now. I suck now. I'm so
You're
bad,
right.
bro. If you told me to spell definitely right now,
Yeah.
no chance. I lose. You have a
Yeah.
gun to my head. Spell like definitely.
Spell
I'm
tomorrow.
Dead.
Spell restaurant.
I'm dead, bro. I am dead. I'm dead.
There's a
I've
U
never
in
been a more
there.
dead man. Yeah, and like it's just like it sucks because as a kid I was so good at it. I was so good at it, and I think it had to do with like my way of thinking. Like
Mm.
I kind of think in fragments. So like as a kid, I'd
Yeah.
sound things out, and it was like a first time experience. So I
Mhm.
was like, this word sounded out, boom, I get it. No prior knowledge to it. But now that I know the word and know roughly how it's spelled, my brain gets in the way. And I start thinking in like past memories and like things get intertwined and like it gets all messed up.
Holy cow. This might be, you might have a beautiful mind, my man. You might be a working savant at this point. The way your thought process is so fascinating. That's ridiculous. That like the fact that you can acknowledge you're even thinking in fragments that's because I have that same feeling. I don't have a long-term thought. It's like, that's why I feel like I'm good at making jokes is because I'm just thinking about, oh, here it is now. Like, how do you, like Twitter back in the day when it was only 140 characters was when I was OP because that was all I had. That's all. I didn't know that many words, but I knew how to make it something funny. That's cool though. I like that way of thinking here. So would you say it was per se a strict household, or did you have a lot of freedom? What kind of household were you raised in?
Definitely strict from the beginning, but towards me getting to my 15, 16,
Hmm.
17 years, I kind of like I kind of broke the norm and I kind of
Really?
like did things on my own and my
Hmm.
parents just kind of respected my personal decisions.
Yeah.
I think they had trust in me that I was doing things but like I was smart, you know. I think they had
Hmm.
trust in my decision making,
Hmm.
which honestly I don't know why they did. I definitely do think I'm someone who thinks for myself and others, and so
Yeah.
I'm naturally gifted at like not making a bad decision in the moment.
Hmm.
I don't have many decisions I've regretted in my life, so it's like I think that has to do with something. I don't know how they notice it. I think both my parents are absolutely outstanding people persons, I guess you could say.
Hmm.
Like they're like they taught me how to, you know, react with people and how to like what to point out
Yeah.
when dealing with someone. Um, so I think they're just naturally gifted at like knowing that. Like for instance, I can't go into details, but
Of course.
there has been a recent friend who both my parents were like, "Why are you talking to him? He seems like the worst person in the like world."
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I had picked up on that, but I was pushing past it because I chose to see what was going on, and my other friends were telling me to push past it. But I was like, I immediately knew off of the first conversation in person, just alone from body language. Um, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna push past it because my friends are all really interested in him. And then it ended up being that he was the shittiest human being ever, and
Yeah.
all effed us all over. So
Mm,
that's good
yeah.
stuff. I'm
Oh,
definitely
that's
gonna not listen to my friend next time.
yeah. You're letting empathy get there, man. You're letting a
Mm,
little bit of forgiveness, but yeah, it does happen to the best of us, especially when we're trying to go with the wave of the crowd.
mm,
Um,
mm.
I feel that there. Give me this here, and we'll move on to the next segment after this. Give me one lesson that both your mom and your dad, specifically and individually, have taught you that you still hold to your heart today.
So I'd say, well, can I actually do my grandma instead of my mom? Because my
Sure.
mom taught me, the same thing, but after my grandma. So,
Hmm.
my grandma, uh, when I was like growing up, my grandma was a big inspiration for me.
Hmm.
So, my grandma basically taught me to not worry about what other people were thinking about what I'm doing, or like to choose my own like path, like not like follow the norm, like do something that I actually enjoy. And my mom also told me that, but both of them had an extraordinary sense of absolutely not giving a single shit. So they were just like they're both extremely carefree, stressless people.
Yeah.
Uh, and they tend to bottle it up and it will explode, but it will explode in such a short burst moment and it will just be done. And
Mm.
it's like the most natural way of dealing with it in that kind of manner. Like if you bottle things up, it's like probably the best way to deal with it because like they just like are so great at understanding how to get it all out in a not violent and not painful manner. Um,
Hmm.
so I learned how to deal with stress from my grandma and my mom for sure. My grandma basically like was so stress free that she just did never worried about anything
Hmm.
and would always focus on like the positive things in life. And my mom also did that. But from um, my dad definitely taught me the most important thing my dad taught me was how to talk to someone and like how to interact with people because my dad like has basically gotten to where he is because of his absurdly great communication skills with
Yeah.
large numbers, small numbers, individual one-on-one. So he's taught me a lot. And I think the biggest thing he said to me would probably be like when I was a kid and he had a conversation with someone. It was a particularly stale, very not good conversation that you have with someone, kind of like a "why are you talking to me" kind of thing. Like it was kind of came out. The other person came off as very rude,
Mm.
and he just pointed every single thing out that I shouldn't do in such an educational manner, not like a you shouldn't do that. Like that's stupid. It's like
Hmm.
a that's why you don't do that. This is why you do this instead. From what I understand as a kid is that that guy was pretty much looking for a fight in any way he could, and
Yeah.
my dad just like used just words and body language to make him go on his like day and like
Yeah.
not have to do a single bit of other things or like throw hands or like fight. So I
Yeah.
think that's probably the biggest lesson my dad's taught me.
A total verbal disarming, it sounds like.
Mhm.
That's so
Mhm.
cool. And I'm
Yeah.
a big believer that you clearly I got glasses. I'm not a fighter. So it's I've told people probably like my brother was about to fight me and I was like, oh, okay, listen, we can fight. Let me take off my glasses first. All right? Let me take off my glasses. It's only fair. He has glasses too, but he knows he's not I mean I'm not gonna be a threat. But it
Yeah.
is your ability to talk things through and to disarm someone and to have them, no matter how hostile they are. um Again, I guess it revolves around empathy and being able to have that discussion, that civilized discourse, if you may. um
Mm.
and from there be able to find some sort of middle ground, or even just move about your day, like you said with your father. I love that. I like those are great lessons, both from your dad in regards to that, or to your mother with and grandmother about keeping positive and
Mhm.
staying in that headspace. That's really cool. I think that those are two things that will get you far in life, in my opinion. um, Even without too much certainty or whatever it may be. But that's always cool. Ah, I love that. I love that. Um, let's move on here towards the least sexy of the topics, which is education. All right. I'm gonna expedite it in terms of we're gonna start around high school, if you may.
Mhm.
Uh, let's hit you with a couple of the easy ones. All right, Aurora, what is your favorite subject, or what was the subject you thrived in high school?
Definitely math.
Yeah.
Um, like it was never the so as a kid, like a student, I never saw the reasoning to like study in a sense.
Mm.
Especially when it came to math because it's all practice based, and I was always understanding of every single concept, and I never really had to practice. But I would never practice, so I'd never be good at the really difficult problem. So it's like I was like a solid B plus student, just based off of like just naturally understanding the logistics of things.
Yeah.
Since like I said earlier, my brain works in fragments. I think I'm like pretty good at just mental math.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like I don't know. It's just that kind of stuff. It always worked with me. And when I went to college, where teachers essentially just tell you to do whatever you want to do, I excelled in all my math classes that I had a teacher that could actually like fully teach me properly. There was one class I had where it was just a teacher and he barely spoke English and it was its own problem. But that's that problem. Calculus 2, I got like a 93 in. Pre-calc, I got like a 99 in. And like they're all like, I've never see you at the study sessions, at the
Mm-hmm.
study meetings. Like, how are you like doing so well? And it was just like I was like, oh, it's because you teach it this way, and then I ended up teaching myself this way. So I'm like a reversed learner when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like I learned from the end back, not from the beginning forward.
I think that's such a failure of the school system that they think that there's only one traditional way of teaching. Similarly to those that think there's only one traditional way to a profession. You know, we go
Mm-hmm.
to these 4 year, you need a diploma at a 4 year college or else. And even then, nowadays, it's like a bachelor's in college is not, not enough. You need a master's or you need some sort of certification beyond that, just for these quote unquote credentials, that a
Mm-hmm.
piece of paper that will give you, which I disagree with. And I used to work at a university myself. So that's a hot take there for you. But that's really
Mm-hmm.
awesome. Any co curricular activities outside of high school that you were a part of?
I was very big into soccer. I played a lot of soccer. That was pretty much the only thing.
Hmm.
Uh, I played soccer both in club and at school. So yeah, I like soccer. I
Nice.
was going to try and play it in college, but I chose not to.
Mm-hmm.
So
Uh,
that
what,
was the
posi-
only thing.
what position and why did you not choose to play it in college?
I played striker and
Mm.
right wing. Two very different positions, but I ended up essentially just flip flopping based upon coach.
Hmm.
Um, I didn't play in college because the stress as a kid of playing sports, like 'cause my dad is so unbelievably passionate about it that he naturally comes off as like overbearing. I just chose not to do it because I knew that would continue, and I knew that would like that's not what I want for
Yeah.
myself to be when I'm doing like college and stuff like that. It's not what I wanted. So I made the personal decision to just drop it and do my own thing. Uh, Also, I didn't want to feel like it's the most independent time of your life. Why do you choose to feel like you're not like good enough in some kind of
Mm.
thing? You know, like why would you subject yourself to constantly having to meet standards when it's
And,
the most independent portion of your life?
and you're telling me you had that consciousness to make that decision in high school? Holy
Yeah.
cow.
Yeah, I'd gone my whole life with like people telling me what I shouldn't do, so I was like, no.
Are you someone that if you were told not to do it, you would do it anyways?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, then now it makes
100%.
sense. It makes sense why your parents didn't do it like that. I was going to ask you during the family segment where you're like, they weren't too strict later on in life. And now I was
Mhm.
going to ask you, around your 15, 16, 17 years old, it sounds like if you were told, hey, don't do this, don't do that, don't stay up late, don't, XYZ, you would do it out of spite as well as kind of more so spark the curiosity of it all. But
Mhm.
that's really cool. That's really cool that you had that consciousness to make that decision for yourself. Let me ask this, all right? You're familiar with Mean Girls, right?
Oh, absolutely,
Oh,
yeah.
come on. It's a classic. It's an American
Uh-huh.
classic then.
I was just talking
What?
about it to
What was the
my
context of
sister.
that?
We were just talking about how it's such a weird movie, dude. It's like,
Oh yeah.
what?
Yeah.
If you really think about it, man,
It's
it's
kind of
weird.
sus. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff going on there. But we're all familiar with the stereotypes that are within high schools. There's the
Mhm.
jocks, the geeks, the emos, the loners, whatever. What would you classify yourself, Aurora? Where do you fall under that spectrum of cliche cliques in high school?
Wow, I have no idea. I was in a lot of cliques, I guess you could say. I was in I guess you could say like the rebellious clique, like the one that like kind of just does stuff like class
Hmm.
clowns. I wasn't like a class clown myself, but I felt at home in that group because I felt like I could make my own decisions and people wouldn't like really care. There was like no hierarchy to the social structure.
Yeah.
But when I was with my other friend group, which was like your normal like wholesome friend group, everyone can be themselves. It doesn't really matter. There's no
Mm-hmm.
like social like structure to it. That was I guess you could classify me as like a geek or someone who
Mm-hmm.
is introverted or like that stuff. But when I was
Mm-hmm.
playing soccer, I'd be a part of sports groups and stuff like that. So
So you had
it's
like a wide variety. You had a little bit of everything in your high school
yeah, I was a
experience.
swip swap kid, dude.
Hmm.
I was like boop boop boop.
Were you ever any trouble in your teens?
Not no. I don't think I was trouble to anyone besides my parents. I was in trouble to the school system.
Mm.
Was in trouble to other adults for sure.
I guess a
I
bigger
definitely
question.
say
Oh yeah.
I definitely say I was probably more of like I rebelled against my parents, maybe minimally. I don't know.
Yeah. Because I guess the phrasing of that question should be more like, what was your teenage angst like during your high school years?
I can give you more about that.
Yeah.
Uh, I was definitely someone who was going to parties too young, but like wasn't
God.
like a bragger about it, or like
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like purposely making bad decisions. I'm a firm believer that like someone should have the right to experience something and try it, as long as they're making good decisions. So that's just exactly what I would be doing. I think,
Can you
yeah.
expand on that?
I I
I
don't
think
I don't
that's an interesting concept you just threw down. So I'm gonna hold you accountable to that.
I guess like to put it bluntly, like
Please.
drinking,
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
like
Sure.
normal high school
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. Like I would be a part of it, but not like overbearing. Like a lot of my friends to this day are just hopped up on whatever, bro.
Yeah. I got you. I got you.
Like vaping. Personally, vaping was like something I never really saw the point in, and even with cigs,
Hmm.
like just smoking in general, I was like, no. So when I was like approached, because every kid in high school is approached in some manner with a vape stick. Some kid, slick back hair or really fluffy, yo,
What greaser are you talking about?
you want to hit, bro? You want to hit like that
You want
kind
to,
of stuff?
Aurora? I
Uh,
actually have a pen here. You want to?
yeah, it's like that. It's like what, bro? But like those, I was never for it. I chose
Yeah.
not to do vaping, and it saved me a lot of money. I can tell you
Was it
that.
personally just a health thing, or what was it about it that turned you off?
It's like a personal decision thing.
Hmm.
I don't think there's any key factors into it. I don't think like I wouldn't really care about what people thought about me if I did
Sure.
do it. I
Sure.
think it's just a health thing. I don't judge others who do it because, everyone lives their life differently.
Yeah.
Um, I definitely do judge if I notice it's a overbearing problem.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's a social aspect to it, and there's absolutely some kind of a relaxing factor to it. But when you
Hmm.
start getting to like the point where you're doing, you know, statistically not okay amounts in a day,
Yeah.
that's when I'm like, hey, maybe you should stop.
Hmm. So when you're saying you were a troublemaker to the family, you said you weren't a troublemaker to society or to the school system or any of that. When you saying you're a troublemaker to your parents, was it purely the partying aspect of your life?
Um, no, actually, it had very little to do with the partying aspect.
Hmm.
They were definitely aware, but they weren't like it wasn't problematic. So like they weren't like doing anything. I definitely have to say, um, the majority of like the troublemaking to my parents would be like the video game, staying up late. I'd probably say uh, just being someone who says what's on their mind.
Oh
So
boy.
like, like I would just treat them in a manner in which I would be reciprocating. So my parents are the cliche parents where like you don't talk to your parents that way, even though they're literally
Gross.
talking to you that way. So
Gross.
I would reciprocate the same behavior, and it was actually very bad with me and my father because we weren't getting along for the longest time. Believe it or not, now we're like unbelievably close.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's actually crazy because the same thing's happening with my younger sister and my mother. And me and my dad
Mm.
will just look at each other like, was that us? And like it's an interesting perspective.
Yeah.
Um, and that's also I also like telling people that story because it's a good thing for people to know that like relationships do, go through its times and
Yeah.
difficulties and they evolve as like its
Definitely.
own thing. So, just because your mom might not get along with you right now doesn't mean she won't
Mm-hmm.
get along with you when you're adult or when you're independent. I think once my father finally realized that like I was going to be independent on my own and he just let me do my own thing and
Mm.
realized I didn't absolutely F up some shit in
Mm-hmm.
like 2 months, he was like, what did I have to worry with this kid?
Mm-hmm.
So that kind
I,
of
I
mindset.
you've hit so many great points there. I mean, 100%. So many people get lost in the sauce of their present relationship with their family, and they don't think that it can ever evolve. Um, Part of me believes, like, I agree with you. My relationship as well. I think it took me going out to college in order to miss them more and realize all that they've done and given you. It's kind of like that old saying that the distance makes the heart grow fonder. Um,
Mm.
and especially like right now, you yourself in college are experiencing a lot of growth, a lot of change, a lot of new ideas that are being thrown at you, and as well as trying to figure out what old foundational parts of your life still are intact today, because we're always evolving. We have to be dynamic as people, and so
Mm.
we have to be we have to kind of I don't like saying change with the times because it sounds like you give in too much, but see where you can adapt.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like that's exactly what hit between your father and you. Now looking at your sister and your mom and their relationship, that's really cool to see. Aurora, I'm gonna take you to senior year of your high school now. All right. So I feel like I'm Willy Wonka right now. I feel like we're guiding through this.
You're zooming me. You're zooming with your
Come with
memories.
me, and you know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh! And that's how I get the DMCA strike. All right, that's
Oh,
I'm
dude,
done.
that's crazy. You're shooting your
It's.
shit off of me. What's going on, man? I can't even.
They're
What's
quick with
not
it. They're
loading?
quick
Yeah,
with it. They're
they're
quick with it.
too quick.
So let's go to graduation day for you, Aurora.
Mm.
All right, you're getting the diploma. You're moving that tassel to the other side, and you're listening to the corny valedictorian speech saying that we'll be friends forever. But was the mindset of you back, however long ago that was, your senior year of high school, was the mindset to go to a 4-year university, community college, maybe take a year off, maybe go work? What was the decision, and why did you make it?
The mindset was go to college, engineer, speed run money. So that that was like essentially the mindset. I wanted to be an engineer because I think I have an absurdly like gifted mind for it. Like I said, I think in fragments. I problem solve from backwards through, and I naturally love math and
Mm,
all these things that really add up with the career path of engineer.
yeah,
But then I hit physics, and then I realized life sucks, bro. Like
yeah.
shit hits the fan so quick. Literally, the velocity is out of this world.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I hate this. And my
Mm-hmm.
teacher didn't make it any better. So I was just like, this sucks. I don't like how I am thinking about things. I don't like these people around me. Like these people are unbelievably not extroverted. They are so to themselves. I'm like not in a nerdy way. Like they're probably really not nerdy people. There's some people who don't even play any games or anything like that, or
Yeah.
like have weird obsessions. Like they're just like normal people, but they're so to themselves.
Mm.
And is like it's just not my scene. So I decided to switch over to computer science. Wow, big switch. But in my college, it actually made a difference. it was like this is different. People are talking. There's more of a generalization there.
Yeah.
And I felt just like more of like a I don't know. I felt more of like a cohesive I don't know, bond with most people. I don't know. I liked it more, and I like the coding aspect too. I think that's pretty cool.
Mhm.
And I like how different a computer science job can be.
What year are you right now in college?
I am a sophomore, first semester, even though I took
Nice.
last semester off. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And tell me what you've learned about yourself right now for being there for roughly 2 years.
I'd definitely say uh, I've definitely learned how to manage my own time. I think I'm actually pretty decent at managing my own time, even though I'm sometimes 30 minutes late to my own stream. But I think I'm pretty good at managing my own time. I'm
Mhm.
decent at understanding other people's emotions and like talking to people. I'd say college is probably the most enlightening time period of my life because the experience really taught me how to be an adult and make adult
Yeah.
decisions. And I think there's a lot of people sadly who go through college and don't have that. And I
Mhm.
think that's what college is all about. I feel as if like if I chose a different route, like if I wanted to be a plumber, I feel like I'd be the same high school person. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got the chance to go to college, even if I decide not to go back.
Yeah.
It just all depends.
Yeah. Totally. Totally. The what's the hardest part of college right now aside from classes?
My roommates were probably the hardest part for me.
Ooh, all right, let's
Not in a
talk.
not
Let's fucking do this.
not
No, I'm
not in
fucking.
a bad sense. I love them to death. They're great people. But they're just naturally, like I keep saying naturally. They're just people who don't get streaming and they don't get
Interesting. Interesting.
that whole content creator lifestyle.
Okay.
Uh, they'd poke fun, which is totally okay. Like I
Mhm.
said, need to be knocked down a couple notches.
Mhm.
But they would like I'd be streaming and my friends would go in and out of the door's really loud. I'm like, yikes. It's a minor thing. But then they'd be blasting music in the other room. They'd have parties when I'm streaming. Maybe I'm doing like an important meeting with someone or like
Yeah.
playing a game. They'd
Yeah.
like be like in and out coughing or like talking, like stuff like that. And I'm like,
Mhm.
there's a common room. Like, and I'd have no privacy because I shared a room with someone.
Oh, I
And
see.
since my setup was right in front of the entranceway to the bathroom, I've even had moments where my roommates walked across the screen shirtless. And I'm like, that is like so not
Yeah.
allowed on Twitch
Yeah.
GS, bro. Like it's actually absurd. So
Mhm.
like I get really nervous about that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And I'm definitely when it comes to my work, I have to be myself and I have to be on my own. So next year, I'm actually living with my friend who also streams, in a
That's
two
cool.
separate room apartment, which is
Ooh.
gonna be really nice. So
That's
hopefully that goes
awesome.
well.
That's
hmm
awesome. I have your roommates actually coming in the call right now. No, just this is
No
again. It's
way!
it's one of those Maury moments. It's one of those Jerry Springer moments. This guy. One day I'm gonna do it. One day, not for you specifically, but in general, I wanna have one of these moments. I think that's hilarious. But I feel that. I think the thing is with streaming, it is very unique. It's definitely not a vocation that or even a hobby that's completely normalized. People still see this as foreign. I was raised up in a generation where it's like you don't trust the internet, and let alone present yourself in this spotlight, um, because everyone wants to think about being a target there.
Mm.
And then when you throw in the aspect of creativity and content creation, which is a very rich idea still in today's society, especially for those that are more cookie cutter and traditional, which is there's nothing wrong with that, but that's how your brain is wired, where you can go to a 4 year and then do another 4 years and then become a doctor, which is awesome. We need that in society,
Yeah.
but that isn't just everyone's build. And it's very interesting because I have very similar experiences where I'm 27, Aurora. I have
Mm.
homies that are like, "What the fuck? You 27, and this platform is much much younger." And yeah, which I'm not taking that as like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna leave.
Dude,
I
I
mean,
think
train.
dude, there's this Minecraft streamer that I watch. Her name is I think Bacon Mom. she's like probably 50 plus. I don't know in age. She's a wonderful streamer. Like streaming is not an age oriented thing.
Not at all.
There will be a natural correlation with like age and engagement because some people feel more engaged with a younger person. That's just a natural correlation with like overall entertainment. And I just think that age does not matter in the slightest unless you are under 13, in which get off.
You're out of here. You're out of here.
Yeah,
100%. It's actually, you know, truth be told, it's one of the reasons why early on when I first streamed, I would wear like graphic tees. I looked like an undercover cop, like that was looking for like dealers, which I still kind of do. Like, look at this shit. Right?
Oh my
this
God.
right here is just like, so Aurora, so do you sell drugs on stream? What is this?
So you expliciting minors? Yeah. Like, come on, what's going on? Like, oh my God.
Is that it? But you know, I love that. I love that that's why this show or this kind of world works, where from streamer to streamer, I've yet to meet a streamer that I can't talk to about streaming. And it doesn't even matter the size. It's always just like, we have this, you know, we have this bond, this unwritten bond that I could ask you questions about streaming, like early on when you're like, hey, remember when back in the day when you first started and you had nobody in your chat? Like, how did you pass the time? You already instantly go back to that feeling of, wow, yeah, I remember when the chat was a little slower and, you know, I was just kind of filling in stuff and doing it. That's the reason why this conversation is just so fluid and easy there. But back to your college experience right now. You said that right now the hardest situation is just living situation. It's mainly because different lifestyles. You know, you want to do streaming, which is tough when you're sharing a place and things can get loud or random. And with all the rules on Twitch, it gets a little tough to keep it completely clean. So I completely resonate with that. So ideally, if we're looking from a 5-year plan, what are you looking at in terms of both your education and career-wise?
So I think my education and career, I think it goes hand in hand in the sense that I can naturally balance both to a certain high level. I will tend to push on a scale which one I want to perform higher in certain moments. I think that streaming is probably the only job in the world where you keep doing it and it's naturally going to become more lucrative for you. So I'm just still doing streaming. I'm going to be doing streaming all throughout the year, throughout the summer, until I hit fall semester. And then once fall semester comes, I'm going to reevaluate. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to say, do I keep pushing? Do I stay? Do I go to college, balance them out? Do I kind of like level it out per se, you know, like do I like say I'm gonna go half and half and minimalize my growth so I can focus on my secured future, or am I gonna keep doing what I'm doing and try and figure out what's the best way to go about it? I most likely am going to do half and half just because I think education is kind of important for me. I think I need to make at least above what my dad was making out of college for me to even consider like just like dropping college as a whole.
Yep. 100%
stuff
agree.
like that. I know naturally, if I have the time, I know I will grow and I will go places because I think I'm too naturally gifted at what I do to not go up on the statistics, which is kind of a very cocky thing to say, but
not
it's
at all.
like I've just studied things and I've studied what to do and I've studied trends and stuff like that.
Based off what you've already told me in terms of how you treat people, I could already tell. I'm not surprised about partner, quite frankly. I'm not surprised even by your numbers.
Thank you.
No, and that's not even me trying to gas you up. It's like many people on Twitch, and you know, I please disagree with me if you do. Like, you don't have to agree with me on any of my takes here on this show. I welcome it. But I think many people, how do I say this? Well, it all kind of goes back to streaming selfishly. It's the mentality of I want to stream what I want, or I'm going to follow trends and not really do any original, you know, put your own spin on that. And so all that culminating to, and this is going to sound mean, a watered down version of what the original is. When in reality, if you're able to put your own personality or spin on it, it's no longer watered down. It's just different flavored. You know, you could have soda, but now it's like a Dr. Pepper or instead of
you
the
got
classic
some
Coke.
cherry or some lemon.
Yeah,
You
there
know?
you go. So I see that. I see the second you were talking about what you were doing for YouTube, I was like, oh, this guy's okay. He's got it. This guy's playing the game. All right, this guy's he's not fucking around. I see what you're throwing down here, and it's very evident. And I especially too. A lot of people, and I'd love to get into this on the work section of the show. Like, I please include streaming as your work section so we can get into this a little bit more. But a lot of streamers don't make this sustainable. They don't make streaming sustainable because they want to go 7 days a week for 6 hours a day and think that is the reason why people grow. Like you said, you use the term, as long as you stay around, you're gonna grow. And I agree with that. But I will say also, don't oversaturate yourself. Don't go every day. You got to take your breaks. That's why I'm willing to only do 3 days a week. People called me crazy when I did this. And now I'm still sticking around doing this strong and loving this, all this stuff, because I'm able to hang out and still recharge. And it looks like you found that balance within your life too. That's awesome. Let's go on to work history. But before that, again, do you need to use the restroom? You're good to go. You're cued in, dude. All
I'm
right.
good.
I am a tiny Asian man with a tinier bladder, so I will take this. I've been drinking this jug of water for 2 hours now. All right.
I already had the water go through. That's good.
Must be nice.
We're still on dry period.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Chat is yours again. I'll be right back, my man.
Okay. Cool. Alrighty. Hello. How are we all doing? Hello, Lee. Howdy. Hello, Visions. How are you? I don't know why I always tend to do this with my hair. Yeah, you get Chris now. What's up, Patey? How you doing? Patey, thanks for watching. Appreciate you enjoying the content here. That's awesome. I smell like poop, bro. You small? You small like poop? Yo, rude. I do that too. We've said plenty about it, Say. Oh, it's good to meet you too, Santa Slays. I'm sorry, I'm so used to people saying plays with a Z at the end. It's nice to meet you as well. Yo, don't be getting me with the booger, bro. Don't be getting, you know that, but that makes me anxious. So my Instagram started the wholesome memes or somebody. Let's go, Bubbles. That's awesome, man. Let's go, Bubbles. Ooh, positivity. Positive bubble today. Positively as well. Positively. Small. I know, right? Small. Owa. There you go. Owa. I would do a sound effect on my stream deck, but it's not. I can't. It's not my stream. Chris with the owa. I love it. I actually love it. Crying because I'm 10 times smarter than before. 10 times smarter than before? What's up? Everything okay, Chris? Started 20 minutes before I could leave school. This started 20 minutes before you could leave school? Owa. Oh, I got a little dancey dance. Yo, you guys. Excuse me, a little burpee. You guys always know how to do my little dancey dance. Hey, what's up, Ginger Ale? So I tend to do a positivity message because I go for it if you want to. I got you. I mean, I'm sure his chat wouldn't say no to a positivity message. Didn't realize. What do you mean? I'm not smart. What's it? Hey, ugly, miss you. What's it like? You got an interesting person in the chat. Hi, Isabella. How are you?
All right, untangled that. Holy cow, it's nice just being 10 steps away from there. From the restroom.
Oh, that must be so nice.
Oh, it's beautiful.
My restroom is like, it's like super far away. I have
Miles
to go
away.
Downstairs.
By the way, dude, I never even asked. Do you have class tomorrow?
Oh no, I'm not in school right now. I've taken time off because I don't want to do online school. So
yeah, okay. I was over here being like, I know your ass is on the East Coast, and I was doing the time conversion. It's like, this man is staying up late. I feel making me feel too special here. All right, so it's not okay.
You're okay.
Not as special. All right, thank you. So
That's what I meant.
no further questions. This interview's over, babe. No, I got you. I got you, dude. So with the work history one, I usually do it the same way, where it's like, before we get started, how many jobs in total have you had to date? And we're talking like full work, whether it be part-time or full-time, regardless. But not just like, contract gigs or stuff under the table.
5,
5?
I think.
And you're 20, correct? 19, 20?
19.
19, and you have 5 jobs already?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get started here. First one, how old are you and what was the job?
15, Dairy Queen.
Yo, okay. What's something about Dairy Queen we should learn? What's something behind the scenes that most people don't know that we should know?
Their hot dogs are disgusting.
In what manner?
They're just like they're like I don't even know, man. They sit. Most times the hot dogs are not thrown away. Most times they're chilling in the bin, and I would always be the one who throws them away. Like they just reuse the hot dogs from like 3 days old or whatever. So that's gross. Second of all, they only clean the ice cream thing. Like the ice cream blender for blizzards. If you ask, if you have a peanut allergy or something. So you will have like chocolate or other pieces of candy in your stuff sometimes.
Interesting.
Let's see what else. If you work there, you're most likely gonna be able to eat as much ice cream as you positively want. So that's pretty cool. Anything else? Their ice cream melts absurdly fast based upon what kind of franchise it is. If it's a self-owned franchise or if it's a Dairy Queen owned franchise. So like Dairy Queen is a licensing company, so like essentially like you could be a McDonald's and sell your McDonald's and then buy a Dairy Queen and build a Dairy Queen there. And then you make pretty much all the money from that Dairy Queen, and Dairy Queen only gets a small percent. So
interesting.
If it's one of those, if it's one of like the independent franchises, they send a very specific type of ice cream over that will melt in under 5 minutes.
Isn't that like how will they do the flip thing, you know?
Oh, it's cold when like it comes out. Like it's cold when it's made, but like it will melt. It's
5 minutes.
It's an exponential thing. It's not a linear line. So
Oh,
it naturally
okay.
stays colder and then it
Damn.
like once it becomes a liquid, the liquid starts affecting the solid and it becomes more of a liquid.
Interesting. Yeah, I stopped learning ever since I stopped going. I mean, I finished college, so it's like this is this is fascinating. I have my degree, Aurora. All right, I promise. I have my. I like how I said I caught myself, which makes it sound even more sus. Where I go, ever since I stopped going to, ever since I got my degree. I got my degree, guys. I promise you. I promise. I promise. I got a BS and BS. Don't worry. So
BS and BS.
that's. I can't even take credit for that joke. My dad said that joke to all my friends during our graduation dinner. I was like, thanks, Dad. Thanks for just completely shitting on me and having the best joke of the night. I appreciate that, Father. All right. You not only had the best joke of the night, and now I have to retain your hairline. That's great. So, hey, we're both bald. All right. We're both going there. All right. I just have a couple more
I am
follicles.
so scared, dog.
Yeah? Is that in your genes?
It's in the genes.
Oh.
It's in the genes.
Hey.
But it's like not prevalent right now. But
oh, good luck,
like,
buddy. Good luck, buddy boy.
Who knows, man?
Hey, everyone in chat, enjoy it while it lasts, all right, baby?
At least I have facial hair. At least I got facial hair for sure.
Okay,
like,
too soon.
No,
hurts.
that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. At least I'm secure in that department.
True,
like,
true. I'm jealous of that. I'm jealous of that. That's not.
You could definitely get some kind of like skin thing for it, like a plastic surgery, but not in a bad way. Like not like they glue it on. Like there's some kind of natural thing.
Oh, okay, it's not like I could put Rogaine on my face and it'll just.
No, it's not that.
No.
It's not that.
Oh,
okay. It's like a specific type of laser that they shoot at your skin.
I think that's a lot of work at this point.
it encourages hair follicles to grow or something.
Okay, that's I don't know if I want to. I would just look like I feel like I would just look like an egg with hair. Like it doesn't. It just I don't know. I like the beard look, but again. It's not for everyone, all right? It's not for if it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be.
Hey man, if it is anything, if it means anything, I despise it because I have to shave, and I hate full shaving because I look like a baby. It warps your perspective of yourself because like you get a beard and you look immediately older, but then like you full shave and you're like, damn, bro, I look like I'm 15. Like
I need to see. We got to check out those streams, all right? We got to check out the babyface streams of Aurora at this point, all right? That's
Yikes.
Twitch is gonna be like, are you sure this person's 13? Is he's streaming?
You sure he's like allowed to be on this platform? How did we partner him, dude? What was he thinking? What was Bill
What is
thinking?
this? Listen, this is not a Gymboree. This is
They're
Twitch. All right.
Like, I'll take that partner badge right back. Thank you, appreciate it.
And give you a
Sorry we
lollipop.
gave it to you. Here's affiliate. There you go.
Hey, don't worry. Don't worry. Apparently, affiliate is the same cost as a cup of coffee. So anyone. That's too soon.
Buy affiliate, bro. They let you buy it. I can't.
Hey, too soon. All right. Hey, I'm gonna get canceled for that one. It actually doesn't matter. All right, Devin Nash, relax. Let's. So how long did you stay at Dairy Queen for?
Like a year, I'd say.
A year? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what got you out the door?
My manager.
Hmm.
He was just not a good person. Like he was how do I put it? I like he withheld a check from me
Yikes.
for 2 weeks, and I was like, it's well past the legal time period. This is illegal. So I was like hey, like I need the check. No. Okay. Need the check. No. Okay. Here's the third and last time I'm asking for my legally deserved money. He's like, no. I don't know what the reason was. I forget. I think it was like he's just not signing it, or he didn't like the work I was outputting, which is bizarre because I put so much effort into that job, as I do all my jobs. So I was like, okay, I hate to be this way, but I'm gonna like email Dairy Queen. I'm gonna call them, see if I can get some of the work out there. And if that doesn't work out, I'm gonna go to the local bureaucracy of business in the like county, and I'm going to tell them that your independent franchise is illegally practicing money laundering. And he's like, because that's essentially what it is. You're not paying your employees. It's money laundering. So I was like, okay. And he was like, okay, cool. Came back the night of that shift and told me to make sure the whole like store was spotless. Made me work until 1 a.m. I was a minor, also illegal. So I was like, okay, this is not cool. I cleaned the whole thing. I wasn't looking to like storm out because I'm not that kind of person. I'm not gonna cause a problem. So I was like, okay, I'll clean. I did everything he said. Cleaned, left, and then handed my 2 week, and then I got banned from the store. Still banned from there.
You can never walk in, and do they have your face around? How does that work? That you're banned from a Dairy Queen?
He might remember my face. I don't know if he would, but I'm still banned from there.
That's wild. That shit's wild. So you left there. Let's talk about job number 2. Where was that? How old were you?
I was a soccer referee.
Nice.
So that was a really good job. Just refed little kids' games. It was really funny because little kids would be like, they're little kids. They're just adorable and they're stupid. And like sometimes they're just like, man. Like I remember one time, as a ref, he kicked the ball to me and I like flicked it up with my foot, as most soccer players do. And the kid was like, that was totally wicked, bro. It was so cool. I was like, thanks.
Well, did you have any moment, I as much as I was a referee as well, and I loved the gig, but did you ever have a moment where a parent got in your face?
Oh yeah. Oh dude, there was this one time where this guy was so unbelievably aggressive, and it was like a toddler game. And I almost sent him out. I literally, as a ref, almost sent him out. I am a 16-year-old kid sending a 40-year-old out of the stadium because I was get out. I was like, I was about to pull out the whistle. I was like, hey, yo, big man, let's relax. These kids are just having fun. And he essentially was like, yo, like, you are doing such a terrible job. That was not my son's fault. I can't believe you. My son's team's so good. Yada, yada, yada. You're the worst ref I've ever seen in my life. I literally pulled him aside. As a ref, I just like pulled him aside from the crowd. I said, what's going on? Why are you berating me? Like I am a 30-year-old ref doing the Olympics, like gold for gold right now. What's going on? And he was like, I just don't agree with what you're doing. These calls are terrible, like my son deserves better. I'm like, your son is 4 years old.
Yeah.
Your son's 4. Your son's 4, dog. The amount of investment, I told him, like, the amount of investment I see in you right now in this game tells me you are an absolutely loving parent. I sure hope. but this is too much. You can tell all the other parents are having a distaste reaction to you, and you could tell that you are just not the most loved person at this game right now. And then he stormed back into his seat and he sat down, and then he like had one more moment where he was like, man, I'm tired of it. And I literally I halted, I paused the game and I said, one more thing and I am going to send you out of here. And he zipped it, bro. He zipped it for the rest of the game. His wife was like, don't you ever say that again.
Yeah.
Don't you ever be disrespectful. I was like,
well, imagine getting tossed out by a 16-year-old kid, man. You don't live that down too. That's a great story. That's hilarious.
Both the coaches had my back, so it was like,
yeah. Again, you're bullying a kid. That makes no sense. Like,
makes no sense. And there
what
was
is he trying to get
he said to a kid of the other team that I was like, that is just
that's too far.
Justifiable. Like, get out. You know?
Yeah, you should have kicked him from there. You're a grown ass man that's going on a 4-year-old, dude. Relax.
Yeah.
Talk about sweats there.
Man, sports, bro.
Yeah.
With them.
100%. I used to. Mine was a boozy kickball. I had to ref that shit, and it's the same attitude. I was like, you need to relax, man. Everyone's drunk. All right. That's a bunt. That's like, let it go. Let it go.
Yeah. Just but that's chill out, dog.
So you lasted how long in that job?
Still technically a registered ref.
Oh, sweet.
It's just kind of like a freelancing thing.
Nice.
Based, you know?
Yeah, you take up the opportunities if you have the time and you want to go there. All right. So tell me about job number 3.
Job number 3 was busing, which was at a restaurant. And I was just a busser. I'd like bring plates back, box food, set tables, clean them, do like normal work, like sorting like silverware, that kind of stuff. Yeah, and then job number 4 was just it goes 3, 4, 5 is all restaurant. It's like busing, running, and then serving eventually. So,
all the same restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. What kind of restaurant was it?
Italian restaurant.
Oh, nice. Of the 3 positions, what was your favorite?
I loved running because I did absolutely diddly squat. So that was really nice. I like that a lot.
For those unfamiliar, though, what entails in running?
Sitting, waiting for plates, running them out.
That's it. That's it.
Had a lot of time on my phone. Got to talk to the chefs. They were all Spanish, and they played the absolute most amazing music. And they're all really funny.
Yeah.
So it was just a lot of fun. I just really enjoyed it.
I hear the kitchen is always wild at restaurants.
Oh,
it's
always busting in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It's always. I remember I would walk in there and it'd probably be the most eventful thing of my day. Like songs like Bamboleo, let's see, Gasolina. Like they had like club songs playing, bro. They were so nice. I would always bop my head. I'd be like, and I'd be like this. I'd be like, chicken parm, table 47. That was it, and I'd go do it, and I'd come back.
Was the food as much of a banger as the music?
Food was great. Food was
All
great.
Right,
I still live by it. That food was this food's solid 6 to 7 to 8, and then they have some 9 dishes, some absolute
What's the 9?
Babies.
Give me the 1.
The 9 penne alla vodka. Let's see, chicken artellini, and then shoot, I can't think what's the last one. The risotto. The risotto was banging.
Oh, I'm a fan of risotto. Oh, that's great. That's great stuff. So you did those 3 jobs over the course of how much time?
4 years.
4 years?
Yeah. Actually, not 4. 3. 3
years. Oh,
2.5-ish, but like.
Okay, now I'm starting not to even think this job exists. All right, you are decreasing this incrementally.
2.5 because I started 16 and I recently I stopped 6 months ago. So 2.5.
Was that COVID related or personal?
COVID related, and I started streaming, so I stopped.
I see. So then, now it sounds like we lean into streaming here, all right, into Twitch. So taking that as a job, let's see. Let me ask you a couple things here. Many people don't like thinking of streaming as a job, even though they are trying to pursue making it a bigger part of their lives. Let's even make it more specific. Pursue partnership. All right.
Hmm.
Do you believe you need to think of it as a job in order to achieve those kind of accolades or even achieve the accolade of making this a big part of your life?
So this is where I have different opinions with people.
Yeah.
I think that most people don't understand me when I talk about this. Like, but you need to treat it like a job and work ethic, but you need to treat it like a hobby when it comes to revenue. So,
Yes. Yes.
it's like
Yes.
most people when I say that to them, they're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "It means exactly what I mean. Like, it's what I'm saying. Like, you can't just like go to I don't know like a let's say you're doing painting for a house based upon commission. You
Mm.
can't go there expecting to get paid for a shitty job,
Yeah.
but you can go there expecting to do an absolute amazing job and get paid extra. Or maybe like another time to like come back and paint again or stuff like that. Like you
Hmm.
can expect your work to be compensated for how you feel, but you should always make sure to put the effort in at the very
Hmm.
minimum.
Hmm.
Like the best mindset is to go to somewhere, over exceed, and like set the bar low for yourself when it comes to receiving like whatever it is that you would receive, you know?
Hmm.
Like it's like always expect nothing but give everything.
Hmm. Again, that's the way you're speaking. I 100% agree, but that is not what the majority think. They look at Ninja, they look at the 1%, the top streamers, Miskiff, XQC, they're like, oh, I can make a living doing that. Well, let's get started. And this is going to be a hot take. I'd love to know your mindset on this, but I think that's what really separates those that love doing this. The people that that love streaming will find a way to make this a part of their lives, even when, like you said, the revenue is not there, or when you're still pushing that, trying to get that check mark, and time again, you are being denied until you finally reach that echelon. The word dream, I have a dream. This is my dream job. This is my dream thing. I
Mm,
feel has been so worn out and overused because if it's truly your dream, you will do whatever it takes to achieve that.
mm,
And that's where again, and then there's the mental battle of tying yourself to your numbers, tying yourself to you, especially if you tie yourself to sub counts, man, that is out of pocket. You are looking for trouble. The quickest
yeah.
way, next to viewership. All right, those two things coincide. Of course, be aware of it. You got to, for growth. You have to be honest with yourself. Um,
Mm.
Let me ask you this: any tips for streamers that are not, everyone's kind of over talked about the starting off tips. How about those streamers that have plateaued, that have a community of about say 20 to 50, and they're looking at that next step, but they just can't break that glass ceiling? What would you tell those streamers that have plateaued in their content?
Um, I tell them to branch out into other different like fields. Like what made me go from averaging 50 to 60 was TikTok and learning the algorithm on that app and learning what to do and stuff like that, and like basically like overcoming yourself to
Mm,
figure out how do I go about you know garnering more from what I'm doing.
yeah.
So it's like sometimes people think the solution is all on one platform when the solution is on multiple. It's on different things, you have to figure out what's going on. You have to understand like how can I grow from something else that someone's interested in and bring them over here. So I
Mm,
think a lot of people don't understand that, and a lot of people are just continuing with doing what they're doing, and
hmm.
they're not even on top of that. They're not even spicing things up. They're not even doing different things. Like, yeah, you can stream Minecraft, but are you just streaming the same game mode over and
Hmm.
over and over again? Are you doing the same things over and over again? Are you acting the same way over
Yeah.
and over and over again?
Yeah.
And if that's the case, only the people who really, really, really like you doing that are gonna stay.
Hmm.
So you have
Hmm.
to you have to switch it up. Even if you might be afraid, you gotta switch it up. You gotta do your own thing. Gotta do something different.
Hmm.
Um, it's just you gotta do it. I don't know what to say.
let's do a little exercise here, Aurora. All right, let's do some. This is the role playing section of the show. Not at all that this is a section, but it's a question that I have for a lot of streamers. People will ask me, you know, why am I not? How do I break out? How do I be unique compared to all the other streamers out there? And I asked them to answer one question, so I'm gonna have you do that same thing. If there were two people having a conversation about you, Aurora, and the conversation went like this: yeah, I've been watching this streamer. His name is auroralight. The other person goes, oh my gosh, auroralight. Yeah, I watch him too. He's my favorite blank streamer. What's that blank? Or he's so great at blank. What is that for you?
I think the blank is comfort. I think the blank is comfort. So like, I think when people associate me, they associate me with either. So it could be three things. It could be comfort, could be Minecraft, or it could be positive, like favorite positive streamer, stuff like that. I think that's what people resonate me with.
Yeah.
And I like that because, you know, like I want someone to be able to like say that, like my favorite comfort streamer. What does that sound like to someone who is, you know, like never heard of Twitch? Oh, comfortable, like you feel safe.
Yeah,
that's very, I like that a lot. So.
That's amazing.
I
there's two parts to that answer that I love. That you even had one. Most people can't answer that. And the second you can't answer that, I think you get lost in the mix because you yourself don't even know who you are. And second is the speed in which you said it. The fact that you not only gave me an answer, but you gave it within 3 seconds tells me that you are knowledgeable and aware of who you are and, for lack of a better term, your brand, what you stand for on Twitch. And that's really cool. That's awesome, man. That's ahead again, guys. There's a reason the man has a check mark. All right, there's a reason for it. It's all adding up. It's elementary, my dear Watson, right there. That's awesome, dude. Watson. Hey, I gotta be old man corny every once in a while. Right? It's on brand. It's on brand. Again, I wear this, so then I surprise most with the old the boomer jokes. Not at all.
It looks comfy as fuck. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
man.
It's very, man. It's snowing here in Seattle, so we're a little bit chilly. I got the heater running.
I like it cold, man.
Same.
I leave my windows. It's snowing outside right now. I leave my windows open during the snow.
Yeah.
Okay, you might call me crazy.
How cold is it in your room right now?
I thrive in the 60 to 65 degree environment.
Oh, that's perfect weather. That's perfect weather. That's exactly what I agree.
Thank you. Oh my god, dude. I grew up in the north. I grew up I grew up in essentially New England. So like it's like I naturally am accustomed to cold. Like I like you know, like it bada bing bada boom. It's like, I don't know, July, it's August. Like there are some days where it's gonna be 60, 50,
a little breezy. Yeah.
You go outside in a t-shirt and it's normal. And if you wear a sweatshirt, it's awfully weird of you to do that, man. So
how cold is it in your room? You have a fan running too. How cold is it in your room?
Oh, my room is hot as heck, dude, with these lights. Even though I bought key lights just for the purpose that they don't emit a ton of heat. They do a really good job. But I have both my windows open. I have that air vent.
Yeah. There it is.
Hold on. Oh fuck.
Close.
I can't.
Nope. Further.
That air vent, bro. That shit's for imposters. That shit does not work for air. It is so bad. I have another one right there, dude. It is so bad. No air comes out of it. I get no air in my room whatsoever. It is terrible.
Kinda sus,
I have my computer right next to a window, and I have the fans where the exit air comes from pushing out. I have it pushing out of my room because it will heat up my room so much.
That's hilarious. Well done.
Crazy.
Yeah, well done. It perplexes. I asked that because I was like, I noticed you are wearing a t-shirt, and for me, I'm literally wearing it, you know, double layered, and I'm over here being like, I also got a body for winter and a wardrobe for winter, so I enjoy it more.
Same.
Stop trying to win me over, dude. Stop trying to win my heart. All right, you already had it. I don't know what this is about. I don't know what you're trying to gain here now. But I fuck with the sweater weather. I fuck with the long pants. If I wear shorts, it looks like a baby. I look like a baby, so it's kind of it's too much. I don't want to show knee. I don't
Dude,
want to show too much
if I
skin.
wear shorts, I look like the awkward kid trying to fit it in the fucking country club, bro. Like I'm tired of it. I don't want that. Like I
You
just
know, I
want
could kind of see it. I could now that you
to
pointed it out.
pantaloons.
We got a 1%er over here, guys. We
No,
got a
that's not what
1%er
I
over
meant.
here.
Oh my god,
That's
dude.
funny.
It's my god.
Mm-hmm.
We actually, so my dad does go to a country club, but it's from work.
Yeah.
Like he gets into it from work.
Oh, that's nice
And
though.
like we'll go to eat. I hate going there. I hate it
Why?
so
The food's
much.
bomb.
It's like it's exactly what you think it is, bro. It's so
Yeah,
preppy.
bougie.
It's all
Yeah.
these people thinking like
Mhm.
they're above like dude, I swear to God, like it's these people that like think like the workers are their like slaves, bro. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I
Oh,
can't deal with it. Like
so entitled.
I see the way people interact with like waitresses and being a waitress or
Yeah.
a waitress being a waiter, like I would not last a week, bro. I'd
Yeah.
backhand someone.
Yeah.
Someone
That's
get
the
these
truth.
hands.
That's the truth. I'm glad you said waitress. I never want to assume someone's vocation. Let's too quick with it, man. You're the gloves are coming off. All right, the politeness is over. All right, all right. You're getting this all. I'm still reeling from the Among Us joke. All right, don't think I didn't catch that. I still fuck with it, dude. Let's go on to the final segment of life stories here, which is the sauciest of topics this evening. I think everyone's gonna turn up their volume a little bit when they hear that we're going to be asking you about your romantic history, your romantic relationships. Why are you looking around? Aurora, why are you looking around? What's wrong? What's wrong?
It's a fun one. It's also a fun topic.
Oh, boy. Let's lean in a little bit. Can I ask, have you been pretty transparent with your community about this topic?
No. And I've kept it that way. I don't mind doing it here because it's not directly on my
Totally.
channel, but I've
100%.
kept it that way because I got a lot of really weird messages. And I got a lot of like just really out of pocket stuff, and it's like I keep it
Sexual
to
harassment.
myself.
Yeah.
I keep it to myself. Everyone knows I have a girlfriend, but like that's pretty much it. She's been on the stream. She interacts with the stream sometimes. She's mod on my stream.
Nice.
So you know, it's like people know of it. Some people don't. Some people choose not to accept the fact.
Yeah.
A little weird. Whatever. Let's push past it. But it's gotten to the point recently because I've had such an influx of viewers from other platforms that we brought back a command that's _taken. I had previously removed that command. It's great. It's great stuff. I loved it. I thought it was a great idea when it first like was bound to be, but I removed it because I had received some of the most unbelievably disgusting messages ever. It must have been some kind of planned attack, but it worked.
Why would that be removed though? Because of those attacks?
It was pretty recurrent. It happened 3 times a week for about 3 weeks. It might have been the same guy, might have been different. I think it was different because of the wording and stuff. But it was just a lot of really gross stuff. I don't really want to get into it, but it prompted me to remove it and essentially shut off my relationship like life with my stream and
I see. I got you.
Stop it altogether for a decent amount of time.
How do you even fight against that? Like, do you just end up blocking them? Even so, I bet they got whispers or whatever other methods.
I just blocked them. I stopped talking to them. I had called I think I messaged Discord. I said, could you IP ban them from me? I'm a Discord partner, so I have direct contact with supporters or support team. So I like was like, hey, could you IP ban these people from me?
Truth.
And they're like, for sure. So they IP'd every single independent person. They never told me how many people it was, but they're all IP banned. They can't message me. Stuff like that, which is nice because I have open DMs for a reason. You know, I like to talk to people. I like to make sure everyone's okay. If someone wants to reach out, they can. So that's basically the whole gist of what my stream knows.
Awesome. Okay. Well, let's start here from the top. All right. Similar to work history, how many official relationships? I use the word official. I'm not talking about flings or people you've texted on and off or any of that. I'm talking who you've christened with the official badge as your significant other.
I've had 3.
3. All right. So let's start with the first one. How old and how did that one start?
I think it was 15. And that one started through school. That had basically started through just like me getting to know her, and I don't know, it just kind of we were in a lot of same classes. We went to like similar events. We just started talking. That's how it started. It started from school.
What won you over? Why did you choose that one? Her.
A lot of different reasons. I thought she was really cool, very different, and I don't know, very energetic. I found I have a type, and that type is people who talk very fast and are very energetic and typically have some form of ADHD or ADD. That's it. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
every single person I've dated or
Yeah.
had serious like talkings with has been someone of that manner. I guess I just enjoy being the like recluded. How do you secluded ones? I
Secluded.
guess you could say. Yeah. I guess I just enjoy. I don't know. They say you base your relationships based upon your parents. Um, and I just basically see that in my
Mhm.
my parent life. Like my mom talks fast, very sporadic, very
Mhm.
all over the place. My dad super quiet,
Hmm.
never says anything. But what matters and what counts. So that's how I am, I think, and that goes hand in hand with the attention. Like I
Yeah.
said earlier. So yeah, that's kind of what I saw, and I really enjoyed it. That's kind of my type.
That's cool. Nice. How long did that relationship last for?
That lasted 2 years.
Damn.
So till
What?
I was about 17. And yeah, it was 2 years. It was pretty serious.
And how did that end?
She cheated on me. Um,
Okay.
she moved to California,
Jeez. Okay.
to live with her dad after a bad relationship with her grandparents living here. And she cheated on me with a Marine. And the
Damn.
way I found out was I had her Instagram on my phone, and I saw their messages, which was not fun. But yeah.
So let's take a step back here. All right. First
Mhm.
thing I noticed, you said that she moved from wherever you were to California, correct? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
So you had the intention of giving distance a try, correct?
Yeah, I currently do long distance. It's no
Okay.
biggie for me. Like I said, low attention,
Yeah.
so like it really makes no difference.
Totally.
I I was really serious about it, like super like I remember I'd given her a promise ring before she moved, and then
Mm.
after I sent another one, just because like it was like I don't know, like I was like how do I appeal, how do I appease, that kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
um I was FaceTiming every single day,
Hmm.
stuff like that, putting all my effort in there. um that was
When
pretty much
you
how the long distance went.
when you had how do I say this? Let's put it in a scenario here. All right.
Mhm.
You had her Instagram on your phone, correct?
Yeah.
There are two decisions that can be made with that. One is you log out and get rid of it, or you had it around. What drew you to finding out the inevitable information that you did?
I got a notification.
Oh, there it is. Yikes.
So it
Okay.
popped up on the top of my phone, and I clicked it, and I was like, I don't know who this
Yikes.
person is,
Yeah.
and why are they sending this emoji?
Hmm.
So I clicked it, and I'm glad I clicked it because
Yeah.
I don't typically check her stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not one to peep on someone's stuff.
Hmm.
I think I like to think I'm pretty confident in believing another person, and putting trust in someone, even though for a while my trust was very shaken up after that.
Yeah, of
uh
course.
but yeah, I saw a notification, I clicked it, and I saw the whole conversation, stuff like that. um and it wasn't just him. I think it was just him that she had actually cheated on me with, but
Yeah.
there was other conversations that were weird as well, and I was like,
Hmm. So, Aurora, then tell me, when you saw that first thread of messages with that Marine, what was going through your mind?
well, I definitely wasn't happy.
Hmm.
I was very upset because of all the effort I put into it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I basically just felt, uh, it's the kind of normal shit you go through. Like you feel worthless. You feel like why would I ever put my time and effort into you? Like, am I
Yeah.
not worth it?
Yeah.
But then I stopped feeling that way. I had I had realized that I'm just not worth it. Like I'm just like she's not worth it to me, and apparently she's just taking me for granted. So I was like, okay.
Mm.
I just screenshotted it, sent it over, and I was like, what's all this? What's going on? And then she called me. She's like, want to break up? And I was like, okay.
Shit, she didn't even fight. She just said, "You want to break up?"
Nope. She just wanted to say she's like, I want to break up, and I'm like,
Holy cow.
yeah.
Cold-hearted, cold-blooded.
Never got the ring back. So
Damn.
that's ugly. No, that shit was sterling silver, bro.
Damn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That one that blows, dude. Like, may I ask, how long did it take for you to get over that whole situation?
Well, I dealt with it in a bad way.
Mm.
I dealt with it with a lot of flings, a lot of partying, and a lot of like, I don't typically how one does when they get treated that
Course.
way. Typically how one does, like they deal with it in like a test your confidence kind of manner.
Yeah.
And I tested my confidence. And I remember waking up. This is probably a lot, but I remember waking up still drunk from a party on a concrete floor, and I just like evaluated myself. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, this is bad. This is terrible. Like, this shouldn't be me. Like, I'm already practicing bad habits, and I am like only 17. I am only 17, 18. This is terrible. I shouldn't be doing it. And I stopped from there. I stopped it all. The whole fling session was terrible. There's a lot of times that I was taken advantage of. There's a lot of times where I certainly allowed myself to be taken advantage of. It's just I would never recommend anyone ever doing that kind of stuff if you ever get broken up with that way, or if you ever deal with things that way. It's just not great. And I always make sure to talk about it because a lot of men in particular don't talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's very occurrent that there's so many people who have been taken advantage of as a man that don't know, that they
Yeah.
just don't know, they don't get it,
Yeah.
because it's not in their brains. They might be like absolutely wasted at a party and still have the interest to like be with someone, but the other person is not in any
Mm.
way, shape, or form, and like it's just like it's terrible. So yeah.
So how did you where was your outlet for that? You said I think it's common practice, men especially with mental health and anything emotional, society tells us not to cry about it, not to bitch about it, suck it up. You have your what they call a slut phase, and we do that for whatever reason. Maybe it's to compensate, maybe it's to create false value within ourselves, just because of, and especially I've been fortunate enough not to have been cheated on, but regardless, like, that doesn't say that I can't have empathy on the situation. And I can only imagine what kind of pain, and especially the thought process of, I put so much time and effort into this, and for it to just completely unravel underneath you has got to be gut wrenching, to say the least. So where was your outlet to become healthier outside after you realized that the drinking and the hookups were just not doing it for you?
um I actually don't I don't particularly remember. I know a lot of it was graphic design and just like expressing how I felt about that kind of stuff through graphic design.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have one of the best designs I've ever made that was made 2 weeks after I decided to stop everything.
Hmm.
And yeah, I still have it. Like I literally still, I probably have it in a paper somewhere, but like it's like, it's just that kind of stuff. That graphic design, art in general. I played a ton of video games, hung out with friends, became more personal with people. I just allowed myself to open up after closing off for so long, and that kind of
Yeah.
helped out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was just really, I don't know, really important to open up to people. That really helped as well.
I love that. I love that. Let's talk about relationship number 2.
Mhm.
When did that start, and how old were you?
I was 17,
Okay.
and that started through uh, meeting. It started through meeting them through Tinder, and it was like a match from the old time period, and I had their phone number for whatever reason. I forget what, but they texted me, and I had texted them back, and we started talking. I
Mm,
actually got to know her. She was really cool, super cool girl, super extremely smart, stuff like that. Really dope. But never ended up working out because I just could tell that it just wasn't it. I'm a very devoted person. So like,
mm,
like if I have to like feel it. I have to like from the get go, I have to like feel like I can be myself around them. And
yeah.
I didn't feel that way. So I
Hmm.
ended up leaving. It was a very awkward leave. I was like, "Hey, I just can't do this. Like I'm sorry. Like um I don't mean this in any personal manner. I was
Yeah.
probably as nice as I possibly could about it. Um, uh, she didn't take it too well, which was heartbreaking on me because I was like, I can't, I don't know what to say.
Mm.
I had all my friends around me; they were like helping me out in some way. It was just like it's just you could just tell, and it was just like,
Was it
nah.
spur of the moment? You just made the decision, being like, "This is not working out, and it's not gonna work out in the long run. So I'm just gonna cut it off now." Or did you take time and really give this more of a, "I'm gonna keep trying," and then it just you realized that with all your efforts there was nothing to be done?
So I know this sounds stupid,
Hmm.
but when I have these kind of thoughts, I read. I like read like um I read like not like stupid romantic novels, but I read like romantic novels, um, and stuff like that, like or like forums or like things or like everyone's personal experiences, and I relate it in a healthy manner, not an unhealthy manner. I don't go for the ones that are like absolutely crazy high expectations. But I had done that particularly on a Reddit forum or Reddit thread or whatever it was. I had read like everyone's like like very like emotional reactions to their relationships, and I was like, this is like not how I'm feeling. This is not. These are things that I'm not picking up on, and these are things that I'm not seeing. And so I had thought about it in that manner, and then the overall ending of it was definitely spur of the moment, but it
Yeah.
was premeditated, I guess you could say.
You said she didn't take it well. How did she respond?
She responded with like allegations, stuff like that.
Of you cheating?
No, 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 not me cheating. Just like really like, just like I don't know. Like she had said stuff about like me taking advantage of her.
Oh
But
Jesus.
I was
What?
like that. I was very hurt. I was very hurt because I was like, I never felt that way ever, and I'm always the person to like say whatever you need to say, like tell me, you like consent all the way through 100%. um and yeah, I've always been that way, and I've always been very open about that,
Yeah.
because it's really important to me. So I was heard about that. I actually heard that from a friend of her, um like about like a couple months ago, but initially during the breakup,
Hmm.
she was very offended. She had called me like weak. She called me essentially
Yes.
gaslighting me. I
Yeah, yeah.
think I'm not very well termed with everything,
Hmm.
but she'd call me weak. She'd call me stupid, missing out on opportunities, um, essentially just a lot of things. And I was just like, okay, bye.
Hmm.
Like I that was my reaction to all her reaction. So
Weak
yeah,
is such a that's a strong term. You're
that
in
is.
that in that in that connotation.
I read that and I was like, wow. I it was like I was crushed. I was like, I thought I could be as nice as I possibly could about it.
Yeah.
Um,
That's wild, dude. That's wild,
mhm.
especially with the allegations, especially with trying to just drag your name around because you didn't see it working out. It's interesting to think about her response because it's like, even with a breakup, you can go your separate ways and be civil. But it sounds like there was so much more malice and more of like I'm curious to see what her point was. Like in what she said and what she was trying to do, what was she trying to get out of that? If that makes sense.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Um,
Like that would have won you back. And even then, she already knew that you weren't even down with it. So what's the point, you know?
she must have been a real idiot for
Yeah.
thinking I had that little self confidence in myself that I would just come crawling back like some
Please, I'll.
chained, yeah, like some chained worker. Like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna, no, I shot.
Yeah. She's. Yeah, I had another joke, but I stopped myself. I literally see that's the curse of this mind, where it's like I got one joke in my pocket, but I was like, ah, fuck it, it's too late, it's too late. I laughed at it too many times by myself.
Mhm.
But you know, it's that's so fucking strange. That's weird. That's weird to me. I'm sorry. That's strange. Um, moving on to Karen. Let's go on number. Let's go on number three. Number three, is that your current one, or is that the who's what's number three? Your third relationship.
Number three is my current relationship.
All right.
So, her name's Lil.
Aw.
Love her to death. Definitely the girl I want to marry. 100%.
Whoa, this
Um,
man's giving out hot exclusives there.
Yeah,
That's
I
huge.
really, she means the world to me. She uh, she just like is so supportive of everything I do. And has normal human reaction to things. Like I put it like she's supportive, but obviously like attention and stuff like that is something that I have
Yeah,
to like work with her about, like stuff like how does she
of
feel
course.
about things, and we're very talkative and expressive about things. Like we talk to each other about problems.
Yeah.
And I think that's a huge thing for me, knowing that is like there and that we can always do that and talk. She is a high school girlfriend. All my relationships have been in high school. And there's a ton of people who look at us and they're like, high school sweethearts. And like my mom, especially my mother. Wow. Love my mom, but she is like literally like the number one advocate for like not having a high school sweetheart.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just that's like my whole life I've been like evaluating what I believe to be my best and like what I personally believe to be best for me, and I
Hmm.
personally believe her to be the best for me. So,
And
um,
see, that's really beautiful because I will I res I could see your mom's point of view. Okay. In one of the big takes in college is like you go to college and there's a term called the turkey drop. Are you familiar with that?
yeah,
Yeah. So for those that aren't that are watching or listening, the turkey drop is essentially your freshman year in college. You come into college with a relationship that you had in high school, and by around Thanksgiving time, people go back home for the holidays and they realize that their 2.5 months in college has really changed their output or outlook, I'm sorry. And so they end up breaking up and not ending that relationship so then they can both do their own thing in their universities. It's actually interesting.
mm,
During my time in college, I have met a good handful of high school sweethearts, and it's changed that idea because truly, we can't look at people as statistics. It's not roulette. We can't just be like, oh well, I'm gonna play the odds of if this is what majority of people are like, well then that's just how it is. And your situation, could be different. Like you said, you have full intent to marry your girlfriend and commit to her. And I think that's a dope step, man. I'm 27 and I got some questions for you regarding this. The fact that you would make that statement, like, what gives you that confidence that you're like, this is the one?
um, it's just like I don't know. It's just her overall outlook on life, who she is as a person, her overall interests, like what she believes in, what she fights for, what she's passionate about,
Hmm.
um, her just like careness towards people, um, the way the way she makes me feel completed in a sense, like the way she if I like lost her, I would lose a portion of my personality because it's been so wrapped around each other. It's just like I don't know. It's a hard thing to say. It's like the one you know when you know kind of thing. Like you kind of just feel it. And I don't know. I feel like living with her would only make things better, and just like being like myself. I can be myself. I can do what I want.
Mm.
She supports me 100%.
Mm-hmm.
She has her own personal interests, her own like motivations. So it's I don't know. Very very key things that make me very 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 like just in love.
And confident. It sounds like
Mhm.
that this is the right choice.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been dating?
I think we're past the 2 year mark. 100%. 2 years and 3 months. It gets lost in my brain. I'm terrible long term memory.
Years wise, okay, we'll do enough. 2 years roughly.
Yeah, 2 years.
2
2
years.
years for sure.
How long into the relationship it's before you told her you loved her?
I think it was about 2 months for me in,
Mhm.
or a month and a half. It was like normal kind of high school vibe. Like you probably say too early. I think I probably said it too early, but like not in an awkward way.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely I mean it way,
Yeah.
not like the I love you just to get in your pants way.
Yeah.
I definitely meant it. I'm a very passionate person, so it's very difficult for me to hold back how I feel, or else I will continuously hold it back. So, I was like, "Are you okay with me saying that?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Cool, dope." And that was that. That was it.
Where or what point in your mind did you know you're gonna say it? Because I think that's a big step.
I think it was very spur of the moment for me because it just felt natural. I don't know. I feel like it kind of has to feel natural because like I feel like you can't say it and it's not a natural thing for you because then you're just like, bro, like you obviously look like an absolute clown if that's the case. Like you can't say it. Like I can't go to someone randomly in the street and be like I love you and like have it feel like the same as like what you would do if you actually love them.
To have the full impact. Yeah, of course. How does she make you a better person, Aurora?
She definitely keeps me in check with dealing with my stress about things. She's very good at calming me down. She is always asking me what I'm going to be doing, like what are my plans, what are the steps, how she's helping me with things. She gives me ideas. I think she's just overall a very positive influence, but also a perfect negative influence, and I think that's very important because
What does that mean?
so I know it sounds complicated, but if someone's
yeah.
a constant positive influence on you, then you got to think about it. They're gonna make you like the most stuck up person ever. If someone's just constantly feeding you positivity and constantly telling you to like don't go out or don't finish your work this day or don't hand in your school or like make sure you get your school assignment done today. Like you're just gonna become the most stressed, like stupidly happy, like dumb happy, like not like oh I'm actually happy, like you're just like oh I'm so happy kind of person, and you're gonna just be like you're gonna live your life in a terrible way. Like you're gonna just be bottling everything up. You're gonna be acting like everything's perfectly fine. You're gonna be going your life, living it like it's like all sunshine and rainbows when it's not. And like you need to have your moments. You say, "Fuck it, I'm not handing my homework in today. I'm gonna go hang out with friends, relieve stress. Fuck it, I'm not gonna go work today. I don't feel like it. I'm gonna call in and be like, hey, not feeling great today." That kind of stuff. I think like that's kind of really important.
I couldn't agree
especially
more.
in a relationship.
I couldn't agree more. That's so many people don't realize that either. They it's a one track kind of mind. But right there, you made a call. You made a stance. Why don't I flip that question around? All right. How about you to her? How do you make her a better person?
Wow, that's hard, man. I suck. Let's see.
I shouldn't be laughing as much as long
It's
as I am.
okay.
It's too. It's yeah.
okay.
Listen, it's Aurora. It's my show, right, man? No, I'm fucking with you. I'm sorry.
I think I definitely 100% influence her in a positive way. I think the same goes for me for her to meet her. So she definitely gets stressed. Like right now, she's got a lot of schoolwork going on. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I try my absolute best to be a consistent texter, but I'm
Mhm.
naturally not on my phone. And then when I am, I'm naturally like dedicated to like the things that are popping up on social media. So I'm bouncing around my work and like the fact that I literally don't touch my phone that often. So it's like I have to figure out how to like text her. I think I do a good job of making her feel less like anxious about things.
Yeah.
Putting her worries to rest. That's definitely a thing I think I'm good at.
Okay.
I I I also think I am definitely great at helping her figure out like her like future and like what she wants to do. Helping her stay
Mm.
passionate about things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Damn, I love that. I'll hit you with one more question, all right? And this one's gonna be a doozy, all right? I'm assuming she's not watching right now. Is that a safe assumption?
I'd say so.
All
Yeah.
right, good. One thing that's cool about this show, Aurora, is that I kind of see it as a time capsule because this
Hmm.
this is this is going to be evergreen content. I know right now it's live, but it'll be on YouTube and Spotify and all that. So it's a little bit of a token, a moment that we get to share together, not just you and I, but everyone that's watching live here tonight. What I
Hmm.
want to ask you is this before we move on to the community questions. All right, since she's not listening live, what is something you would like? What's her name, if I may ask?
Lil.
Lil?
Mhm.
What is one thing you would like Lil to remember forever about how you feel towards her?
That's deep. Wow.
I told you it's a
Took a
doozy, man. It's a
took a sip
doozy.
of the mug. You took a
Yeah.
sip of the mug.
Hey, I sit here, I come up with these on the spot. You think this was on the script? You think this was on that PDF I emailed you?
Oh my god, dude.
Just try your best. Nothing too. You don't got to go too ham. I mean, this whole segment is basically for her. All right, let's be honest. This is nobody else.
Yeah. Um, I would say the one thing I'd want her to remember about me, is that what you're saying?
Remember from you, yeah, about you. Either way, if ever she
Um,
forgets something, maybe you guys get in a little bit of a tizzy, and she's kind of frustrated, and you're frustrated at her, and you come back to this VOD, and you listen to this part over again. What is something you
saves the
want?
relationship, baby. Let's
Hey
go.
baby, hey baby, that's
Mom's
what
got
we
me
yeah.
back.
Hey,
Mom's
what
got
you
my
think? What you
back.
think? What you think? What you think, man? I know how to run this damn show. All right, this is how it goes. I pander. That's the
uh,
part.
I think I definitely would say I want her to remember that I love her unconditionally, and that she, no matter what problem she would come to me, I would help her out, and I would do the best I can to make her feel okay or to rectify the situation. Um, I don't know. I think I'd want her to know that I feel about her in a way that even if we were homeless, I'd still want to buy the absolute most perfect ring for her in a marriage, or I'd still want to provide as much as I possibly could. I think that's what I'd want her to know, that through thick and thin, no matter what, I'd definitely do as much as I possibly could to help her make her feel loved and appreciated and safe and all that.
And scene. All right, there it is.
And scene.
Dude, that's beautiful. I love that. I love that. It's
Thank
it's
you.
kind of it's a declaration kind of thing. That's really
Hmm.
cool. And I'm rooting for you. If anything, Aurora, all right, you didn't hear it from me, but I do have certification in the Universal Church. I could officiate this wedding. But
Let's
anyway, we
go.
don't got to talk about this. We don't gotta,
We'll do
that's
it
off
on
the.
Twitch, baby. First Twitch wedding. I'll get
I
you
would
asked a
love to.
Discord
Yeah.
call, put you in the middle. It's me there.
I
You
do
may
it on
now
the
kiss the
house.
bride. Oh, TOS, bro, TOS.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! That's good. Not my stream. All right, that's your stream, baby. I'm not taking that
I'll
event.
risk
All right.
it. I'll risk it for the biscuit.
Either or. Anyway, Aurora, thank you so much for sharing your life story, man. It's been a blast so far. That being said, we're going into the final segment of the evening here before we have the bonus round, which I'll explain later. But we have community questions. Now, over the course of this past, we're at 2 hours, 45 minutes. Over the course of this past 2 hours, 45 minutes, I've been collecting questions that have come straight from everyone that's been watching live here on Twitch. The rules are simple for this round. All right. I'm going to read you the questions and you just answer them. You don't have to answer ones that you don't want. You could tell me pass. Some of them are going to just be React Andes. Some of them are just going to be words that your community or the chat in general wanted you to hear. That being said, there are a lot, so I'm going to try to get to as many as I can here. But let's start off here with how strong is your furry game? Ooh, is the first question. That's
a React Andy.
there it is.
Zero,
there's
bro.
zero. Why is that even in the ether? Why is that in the aura of who you are?
My best friend Matt had said on stream, "Hey yo, your branding is a fox. You are a furry." That was the exact words of him. The fox for my branding is just to be a cute, relatable thing for people to click. They're like, "Oh my god, look at that! That's there it is. That's cute." My emotes.
Is it weird that I can kind of see it? It's maybe the scruff and maybe the chin. Okay, all right. This is the first guess.
The chin? What about my chin makes me look like a furry?
Because you know how the like a fox's face is kind of like pointy. Because it has that nose, they go up to. So you got that. Hey, no, you look fucking Aurora. You look good. All right, dude. Don't even. Between the two of us, who's the one that's taken? All right, chill out, dude. Chill out. All right, chill out. All right.
Relax, bud. Relax.
Yeah. Let's take you down a couple notches, buddy. I've been nice for 2 hours. You're about to see some toxic moms. All right. You're about to see MILFs. You're gonna see MILFs online. All right, instead of moms online. All right. There's a difference. There's a difference going on here. Let's Let me ask this here. Did you know that? Oh, this one's nice. Did you know that you're an inspiration to a lot of small creators?
That's so nice.
That's nice. That's sweet.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No.
I'll keep us going there. That felt like more React. What is your favorite movie, Aurora?
I've answered this before. It's 2017 Baby Driver. There's actually 3 Baby Drivers. I have to specify
Very specific. Very specific, but nice.
I think it's a masterpiece with the soundtrack and how it plays within the movie and stuff. So yeah.
That's sweet. Favorite Star Wars character?
2000%. R2D2. Can't find a boy that's more positive and peppy than you could ever see. It's a fucking robot that doesn't say any words. So yeah.
Okay. How much do you like black licorice? 1 to 10. 10 being the most.
That is Visions and 4, 5. 4?
Really? 4 or 5? That's kind of high. I don't mind it, but that's.
I don't mind black licorice because I ate it as a kid.
Yeah.
So I grew up pescatarian, and macrobiotic, which essentially means you can't eat anything. So I ate 100% organic black licorice. That shit was ass, bro.
It does taste like
ass.
booty.
That is ass of the ass. That is like you think black licorice is ass? Yeah. You try 100% macrobiotic free organic black licorice, and I guarantee you will actually projectile vomit on the spot. Then I tried normal black licorice and I was like, this shit bussin', bro. And then I tried normal candy. So,
okay, there it is. Do you plan on Twitch becoming your full-time job?
It's technically my full-time job right now because I'm not doing anything else. But I will have to reevaluate that when the time comes in fall. But I would love for it to, 100%.
Okay. Do you think that you can maintain a community as you grow?
Yes, 100%. I think it's just a matter of how you do it. I think it is like, I don't know, how do you put it? If you choose to ignore the people who are around from day one just because you've quadrupled your viewer count, then that's your choice. But you can make the decision to still interact with them, be nice to everybody. You know, you might not have the ability to be as personable, but you can still make the decision to be nice and be the same and interact with the people as much as you possibly can and go about it, you know?
How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome. I'll take credit for that. When did you come up with what's crack-a-lackin'?
I did not come up with that.
When did you invent what's crack-a-lackin'?
Did I invent it? I did not. That's not a me thing, bro. What's crack-a-lackin's been around for a while, particularly in the 70s. So yeah, I just said it because that's something my dad said.
Make us sound old. All right. Who are your favorite content creators? It could be any subject across all platforms.
I'd say Ludwig is definitely one of my favorites.
The mogul.
Jay,
All right.
Jay Schlatt.
Mhm.
Love me some Jay Schlatt. I think Fitz is a very one of my favorites. A lot of people don't agree with his content. I can understand why. Personal decision. But
Yeah.
I think based upon what I've seen him do, I think he's a great guy. Just chooses to have his own form of content. Yeah.
Damn it. Okay. Okay. Here's the deal. All right. Usually I can keep it within one bladder. This is the third time. All right. This is the third bathroom break. I know this is ridiculous. All right.
It's totally okay. Don't worry about it.
The total the record is 5, and we're not gonna hit 5 tonight. All right. I'll tell you that. I know, Payday. Sorry. Because like usually by now I know the pacing. Jesus, moms, get yourself a flow mat. Okay. Fuck you guys. All right. Let me go to the restroom. I'll be back in like a minute. Give me a damn. Shut the out of pocket, man.
Oh my god. Hello, chat. What's good? What's crack-a-lackin'? Hi, miss. How you doing? Miss Cassie. What a cool name. Yeah, I love Fitz. Fitz is great. I have a painful arm zit. I'm sorry, I'm picking it. Ginger Ale, what's up? Hi, Ginger Ale. Hi, hi, Chris. Hello, Chris. What's up, Chris? Oh, other Chris, too. What's good with it? Twix, how you doing? Hello, Twix. Schlatt is poggers, you're right. I am sobbing. Why are you sobbing? I love Schlatt so much. Yeah, Schlatt's awesome. Well, there's other Chris, because other Chris is GP Duck. So there's me, Chris, you, Chris, and then GP Duck, Chris. Hello, Pesto. Hi, Pesto. Hello. What's beautiful? Well, I made a list for cars. Do you mind reviewing it? A list for cars? Go for it. What's the list, Miss Cassie? Guys, chat, you want to see me do the rubber band thing? Look, it's rubber. Hold on, ready? Hold on. I gotta find a way to make it like pop on camera like really well. Damn it, my camera's too high frame rate for this to work, bro. My camera is too high frame rate for that to work. Well, at least on Discord. Like, you know, Discord's got trash stuff, so.
All right, guys. All right. Jesus. All right. I promise. All right. No more water. I'll stop drinking water. I'll do my job. I'll do my job here. It's Chris, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. What's your biggest pet peeve?
That's a toughie. Got a lot of them. I'd say my biggest pet peeve is when someone will not acknowledge something makes someone uncomfortable in person. I think online it's much different. If you're targeting a very specific audience, then you need to be respectful. But if you're generalizing to a very large audience, then I don't think you have I don't think it's your responsibility to worry about everybody. But when you're in person and you are obviously aware that you are making someone uncomfortable with the things you say and what you're doing, and like there is no avoiding this person or whatever, it kind of bothers me. You can just be a nicer human being, you know?
Yeah,
You can just
weird.
be nicer. I think the only line I will draw is like if you're at a party and everyone else is vibing and there's just this one person who's not. That's the only, or like 2 out of like 100. That's like the only time. That's the only time, and it's like not out of pocket at all. That's the only time I'll be like, that's okay.
Okay, all right, I feel it.
Yeah.
Chris, are you smelly today?
Angelina, no.
All right. Yeah, I don't even know who wrote that. That's crazy that you can call him by name. All right, you know him too well.
Yep.
It says "We love you, Christian." That's really sweet.
Thank you.
They used the proper term too. They did the biblical term. They went with your government name right there.
Not the government name, no, bro. I'm off the grid, you goofies.
Yeah. Oh, we kind of touched on that one. I'm just going as we go. Hey, yo, is that a booger in the corner of your nose?
Oh my God, no, dog.
Why? What do you mean? Why is that a bit that
They
goes on?
there was this one time they said I had a booger and I freaked out and I went to a BRB screen. I was
Did
like,
you
oh,
did
I
you have
didn't
a
have a
booger?
booger. No, there was
Would
no
you ever
booger
admit
found.
that you did have the booger, or is
No
it?
chance, but I
Yeah.
can guarantee you
Okay.
I didn't actually have the booger.
We'll see about that. Wow. Have you ever had bisexual thoughts gotchi hyper?
Dude, of course, 100%.
There
Everyone
it
has
is.
thoughts, but it's just whether upon you act upon them, and just nah, man. I'm straight. Like I mean, there's not a single there's not a single day go by where I'm scrolling on TikTok and I'm like, that's a handsome man, but like, I'm not like, damn, want to get in his
Yeah.
pants. That's just
Yeah.
not me. It's not me.
Yeah.
100% homosexual though. Can't change my mind on that one.
Mhm. Is there no such thing as okay? Oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. If there's no such thing as Twitch, what would you do?
YouTube, YouTube, TikTok. It probably take me a longer time to get around to TikTok.
Hmm.
I would do probably any other streaming platform as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Facebook, even.
Damn, if it really came
Yeah.
to that, I really had to think
Yeah.
that's a 50-50.
At that point, you're making an OnlyFans, all right, sir?
Yeah.
If you're willing to consider Facebook gaming,
You're
that's a
not
little,
wrong.
yeah, you're going down.
A dark path.
That's the hard drugs of streaming. This isn't a question, but thank you for streaming. I've been going through a rough time, and watching your streams has made me smile and has distracted me from what's making me feel down. So thank you. Heart.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
That's
I
like
that
exactly what I was talking about.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching the content. I appreciate you. I'm here for you. My DMs are always open if you need to message me. I'm sorry about what's going on, and I hope you can continue to watch and I can continue to help cheer you up.
Who do you look up to, famous or not? And let's exclude anyone from family, because that's a layup.
Ah,
That's
shit.
the layup. That's the layup.
I think I 100% look up to it's hard, man. I look up to like a lot of people. I look up to a lot of streamers, particularly Ludwig. I look up to the comedic genius of YouTubers like Jay Schlatt and Fitz. I look up to the fact that I look up to the overall acceptiveness and supportiveness as like people who stream, particularly in the Minecraft community. I feel like the Minecraft community is the least toxic community. And I don't know. I look up to a lot of people. I do look up to my friend Matt. I think he's super well-rounded and just extremely grounded. And he just like, knows what he's doing. Always has a plan. But yeah, I think that's definitely who I look up to. It's not family.
Awesome. It says here, hey Aurora, I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to thank you for being an amazing streamer who I can look up to. From finding you through the Pa Boys to now being a partnered streamer. Thank you for being an amazing person for many people and for being an amazing Minecraft streamer. Thank you for many memories. I love you and I'm extremely proud of you. From the Australian Kristen, Cranky Chris in chat.
Hi, Cranky Chris. Hello, Kristen. Thank you so much for that. That was very nice of you. It's actually PA Boys in Pennsylvania. My it's Pa. Yeah.
I thought it's pot. Like I thought it was a sandwich. I don't know why I thought sandwich related. I don't know what that was. I was like, oh, this guy loves po' boys. Of course. I'm going more continuing reading.
Continuing, dude. I could fuck up a sandwich right now. I'm so hungry. Actually, no, I might hit up Wawa. But
what is that?
Kristen,
what did you say to me?
I will tell you later.
Oh,
Kristen,
yeah, please.
Thank you so much for your very nice, kind message. I appreciate you. You're so awesome. You're amazing. I know it's really hard for you to come catch streams because you're in Australia. I appreciate the fact that you're here right now. I hope you're enjoying it. Thank you so much. But yeah, Wawa is the best gas station ever exists in the world.
Wait, what?
Wawa, it's the best.
I've never heard of this. That you get bomb ass sandwiches from this gas station.
So yeah, it's a gas. It's a convenient gas station. So convenient gas store, where you can get hoagies. They have this thing during the summer called Hoagie Fest, where 12-inch hoagies are $4.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding
That's
you.
heaven. That's heaven.
You can get quesadillas, you can get mac and cheese, chicken tenders, turkey and gravy,
Jesus.
mashed potatoes. You can get all sorts of like handmade lemonades. You can get smoothies. You can get milkshakes. You can get like all these cool, like all handmade, by the way,
That's
not
bullshit,
pre-selected.
man.
But you could
That's
also
bullshit.
go and get the pre-select shit if you wanted to too, because they also offer that. You can get anything you want. They have like minimal cooking supplies there. They have medicine. If you like to smoke, they got cigarettes. Good for you. They got pre-made sandwiches.
First off, if you want a salad in Seattle, you can get that for $16.
16?
Yeah, baby. Yeah, it's enjoy it. Second, when I was in college and I used to get sandwiches from our local 7-Eleven, and I don't know why I got an egg salad sandwich once. I regretted it.
Dude, I was gonna say, man.
It was
7-Eleven is not the place to get eggs.
No place that's a convenience store / gas station is
I
the place
trust Wawa. I trust Wawa.
Well,
I
I'm
trust
talking
Wawa.
about here in this. Yeah, okay, fair. I don't know. I'm not gonna judge that place. I don't know that place, but here in Seattle, it's not the move. This one says verbally only. Okay, spell pharaoh.
Oh, what do you mean by pharaoh? Do you mean there's
Like
two
from
meanings
Egypt.
of pharaoh? Oh, Pharrow.
Say that one more time slower. I can't.
Pharrow.
That is.
No, you're right.
That
That's
is
not it.
incorrect. Yeah.
What
I'm
is
sorry.
it? It's Pharroah.
Yeah, that is. You hate to
My
see
brain-
it, guys. You guys hate to see it. Yeah.
Did I mention I'm dyslexic?
No, I don't want to hear this. All right, no, you
I
great.
am.
Hey, the thing is, Life Stories is over, sir. So we actually don't get to learn anything else about you.
Thing is, sir, your
it's-
dyslexia discount is actually off. No 20% today. Sorry about that.
It's
you gotta go back on full price.
Aurora, it's no longer canon, so you cannot tell us later in the story.
Damn it, man! Shit! You're telling me I can no longer make up shit about my past? Fuck.
Wait, deadass, are you dyslexic or not?
I am. I'm not
just-
I'm not completely diagnosed.
Mhm.
But my sister's diagnosed, my older sister's diagnosed, my mom is diagnosed. I will often get math questions wrong because I flip-flop numbers.
Yeah.
So
I feel that.
that's dyscalculus or whatever.
Mhm.
So there's that, and I often, for the longest time when I started out streaming, I couldn't read chat without messing up at least 10 words in every single message. I've gotten a lot better at it,
Yeah.
but yeah, I have a hard time reading books too.
I see. Let's see. Let's do. I'll read you 5 more. All right. I'll read you 5 more. First one here says, "What can you tell to people that don't have any good relationship with their parents?"
I would say, just do absolute best to keep it civil between you, the two parties. For the time being, wait until you have a moment to be independent. Whether that might be college, whether that might be, your own job, moving out, living with a friend, even maybe like a camp trip or something. Wait until the moment where you are, I guess, above the age of 18 or getting near there, and you're able to be independent and prove to your parents that you are your own person. You can make your own decisions. You can be your own human. And come back with the mindset of they will treat you with respect, so you treat them with respect. I think that's probably the best way of going about it. Know that your parents 100% love you. They gave birth to you in this world. If they don't, then that's when you call other people. You start getting involved with other people in your life, whether that may be government services, whether that may be family members, definitely preferably family members, whether that might be friends and their family. Just reach out. People are willing to help. Is what I got to say.
Have you been taking care of yourself? And I don't mean eating, drinking water, and getting rest, but like actually taking care of yourself, i.e., taking time off of all your work for some serious, relaxing, and making sure you're healthy?
Wow, that's a good question. No, I haven't. It's been hard finding that time to myself because I'm home and I have a lot of responsibilities here, and I also have a lot of responsibilities on the online realm, and I also have a lot of responsibilities for myself. So managing my responsibilities practically means, um, you know, I don't know. It practically means giving up a lot of my free time.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I haven't been taking care of myself. But health wise, certainly have been. Eating healthy, drinking a lot of water, uh, trying to find a reason to get out of the house at least once a day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think up and coming there will be days where I'll be taking more breaks. I think it's just kind of difficult right now.
Yeah. Do you kiss your homies?
Absolutely, 100%.
There it is, with confidence. Is chat invited to the Twitch wedding?
2000%, bro. Who else
They
would be
have to.
there?
Got to.
Yep.
Those are just easy ones. I won't count those. Here's what's your favorite emote? Asking from Helix.
My favorite emote. I don't know. I have to say, my favorite emote from my channel is the Aurora Pog because it looks goofy as hell. But my favorite emote overall would probably have to be actually no favorite emote from three things: Twitch, Better TTV, and my emotes. Aurora Pog, Better TTV is Pepe D. And I'd say what is the other ones from Twitch? I don't know. From Twitch, it's hard. That's a hard one from Twitch.
The stinky cheese.
No, I don't know. The sticky cheese
Hmm.
is good and all, but it's not.
Hmm.
Let me look at the list. Let me.
Thought it would be relatable. Anywho, so the
I think
that's a
Kappa's great,
Kappa
but
is good. That's solid.
Kappa's a dying emote, sadly. Um,
Try hard seems to be timeless.
true. I think Omega lol or lol.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I think that's a good one for me. I like that one.
I love that. People call you Normie though if you use that.
Yeah, but whatever.
Which who cares? Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that out of
cares?
you. 20 points for you. There is a point system. I didn't tell you this from the start of the show.
Go. I'm scoring.
Let's see if you're gonna what your answer will be for this one. What's a streaming pet peeve of yours? What's a streaming pet peeve of yours?
Don't know. A streaming pet peeve of mine is when I try to do my absolute best to help out smaller creators, with like, or like saying like, hey, like I don't mind getting to know people, but then they take it too far and they say, hey, let's do a collab stream right off the bat, or let's do this, let's do that, and it's like, I can't even respond. I can't even say no because then I know I immediately know what your intentions are talking to me. So it's stuff like that. But unless it's a very creative format, like something like this. Like
I was
if
gonna
someone
ask you,
came
why'd
to
you
me-
agree to do this?
Yeah, if someone came to me like this and they had one viewer, I would still do it because it's a very creative format. It's very cool. It's very interesting. I definitely have to check them out and see how well they run it too. I don't want it to be absolute like shit show. Like I don't know. If someone came to me and said, "Hey, let's co-stream Bed Wars,"
Yeah.
which is a Minecraft game mode that takes practically no effort, I'd be like, no. But if they came to me like, "Hey, want to be my podcast?" For sure. Hey, want to be a part of my super interesting show I'm doing? Or want to be part of this really cool event? I'm totally down.
Well, time is very valuable, and it's not to make yourself, I'm not trying to elevate one streamer over the other, but the prerogative is very clear. I've had the same thing. I've had people invite me. I've had people force themselves upon wanting to be on the show. And the prerogative gets very clear that this is no longer about creating a relationship, which is that's business 101, ladies and gentlemen. But it's about how do I elevate myself. You're going into business for yourself, and it's very evident. I like that. Your hair looks nice.
Thanks.
Let's.
Sorry. I'm a very. It's a tick. It's a
Are we
tick
gonna?
of mine.
Are we not gonna comment that, guys, ladies and gentlemen? All right, his hair looks nice. All right, it's not going
really,
anywhere.
It's really difficult because it's like an anxiety ADD tick for me. So it's like a
Really?
natural thing to like constantly play with my hair.
I
So it's
thought
hard.
I thought this was a flex. I thought this was a flex that I didn't have any. I was like,
No,
all right,
no,
man.
no,
No,
no, no,
I'm
no,
joking.
no,
I'm
no.
joking. I love you, man. I love you. I'm
Absolutely
fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. Here's one last one here. It says, Chris, this is more of a comment. It goes, Chris, you are a very great distraction from the harsh reality of the world right now. We are all so blessed to have you.
That's so nice. I'm sorry that the world is harsh and stuff like that, and everything's going on. I'm glad I could be a distraction, 100% for anyone who needs a distraction. Um, yeah, I'm just glad I could help cheer you guys up. That's 100% the goal. That's every single goal. I go into the mindset. I want to cheer at least one person up.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's hard not to avoid the negativity of what's going on today, whether you want to turn on the news, go on any social media platform. It might even be your own personal thoughts. So it's really cool. And I think that's actually a low-key thing that all streamers do, that we provide an outlet. And I don't know. I find that, again, it's one of those unifying things that tie and bond all streamers together, are those kind of things, those kind of characteristics. But Aurora, dude, you've gone through the ringer. Thank you so much. That being said, all right, much like anything else in life, nothing is free, and this is no exception to that. So I'm gonna I'm gonna ask you for two favors. Okay. The first one is, do you have the stream up right now?
Yeah.
Can you look at the back end? And tell me, and pick a random name that isn't myself, a mod, or a VIP.
The back end? What do you mean, like?
So,
the chat?
like, check who's watching. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha,
The
gotcha.
viewership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pick a random name.
Any person that's here. It's a good thing. Don't worry. There's no heat. I'm not gonna put him on the spot.
Oh, I see. So just use your. Let's see. I'm gonna say GP Duck.
GB Duck, are you here? I need you.
GP
Duck.
Think, right? Yeah.
All right. I need them to type something. I'm looking for the name GP Duck.
Chris.
Yo, there he is.
He's here.
All right. Oh, and you made it a name that's easy to spell. Yo, so you won VIP, and the rules are simple here. All right. There are only 5 VIPs, and they get listed on the panels, on the main panels. But because there's only 5, you have to remove someone else's spot. Now, I'm spamming it here. The only person you can't choose is a view above because he won the tournament. So that's everlasting.
Oh, true.
So I need you to pick one name.
Oh
any name.
my god, dude.
Any name, Duck. It's on you. All right. Any name.
Duck,
Oh, it'd
Duck
be a.
chooses. Oh
It'd be a. So sad that Cass. Go ahead. I'm just gonna keep spamming it for you because I'm scared that it's gonna get bumped up. But wait, I'm the intest. Brit balls. Wow.
Let's go.
Done. You know what? She has the defense though. I know that she's been saving points and redeeming the one VIP thing that I have every stream. So I won't be surprised. Yeah, it's inevitable. I'll see her again. She's got plenty enough points to call out the next person. But that's awesome. There you go. I'll change that for the next panel. Now, Aurora, the next favor I'm going to ask from you is very simple. All right, you have been here with me and your community, and both our communities together, for over an hour and a half. I mean, 3 hours and a half. I'm sorry. And so you've gone through the ringer with me. You understand the ebbs and flows of the conversation of what this kind of content is. So the question I have for you, or the request, rather, is who would you want to see on the show? I'm always looking for suggestions. Just suggestions. I'm taking a look. No promises. But who is someone I should consider looking at and be like, they would I want to see their story / they would do this.
I don't know. I gotta think about that one. Who's live?
This man goes to first live. It was in the PDF, all right, Chris. It was in the damn syllabus I sent you.
I'm sorry.
This man.
Let's see. None of my friends are live, so none of them are popping in my head. I'd
Mm.
say I'm definitely gonna have to go ahead and suggest Stouty222, my friend Cole.
Howdy.
He
222.
absolutely would have a lot to talk about here. So I think you'd really enjoy it, honestly.
Howdy 222. Is it STOUTY 222?
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. So
Please.
Stouty222, just like that.
Yep. All right. Let me make sure I write that down. Copy that. Beat it. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Hold on. Shit. I didn't even highlight it. What am I doing? There it is. Boom. So don't forget that later. All right. Perfect. All right. Thank you. And so I'll put that in my notes here. See, this is again boomer moment. I have sticky notes. It'll be right here on my desk when I need to add that to the list of people to take a look
Dude,
at.
sticky notes aren't a boomer thing.
When you literally are surrounded by 3 screens, you would think to have at least one Word document to type all this out. But
Dude,
yeah,
I'm a notepad person, bro.
I like it. It's the feeling of writing something that's very intentional. I feel it's fascinating to me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Dude, if that's the case too, if you like writing, you should get this thing. Rocket Book. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Dude, it's a notebook where you can write in it and you could automatically send what you write into like a Google Doc. So it's PDF
What?
scan. Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
it called?
Rocket Book. I have one. I use that for my for when I take notes for streaming and all that. And the one thing is it uses special pens, but those pens you could buy in bulk for cheap on Amazon. Just a heads up.
Wait, they're cheap.
Yeah. It's
They're
like
not
25
expensive.
bucks. No.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah.
How does it convert to PDF then?
It's like you kind of click. So you just there's a bottom portion where you X the box and then you take a photo on your phone and it sends it right away through the app to your Google Docs. Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah. That's how I created that tournament. Like I wrote all those ideas while I was just chilling, doing weird shit. Anyways, we don't gotta get into that. It's not my story, all right? It's not my time.
That is dope.
No, not a problem. Hey, keep that. That's a little token here. Aurora, I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. We are gonna transition over to the last segment of the evening. All right. So this show Inside the Streamer Studio was inspired by one of my favorite shows growing up called Inside the Actor Studio, where this host, who was also a professor named James Lipton, had this show that he would film in his university classroom, literally acting students. And he'd bring on entertainers of the sorts. We're talking the Brad Pitts, the Angelina Jolies, the Dave Chappelles. And he would sit down with them for a long-form show and get into their personal lives as well as their discography. And so that inspired me, and I wanted to pay homage to the man. He passed away 2 years ago, and he ended all 23 seasons the same way, by asking the guest 10 questions, the same 10 questions. And so we're going to do that here tonight.
Okay.
There are only 2 rules, Aurora. First one is that I will not speak at all. I'm gonna try my best to be completely silent, and I'm gonna wait for you to be silent after your answer. The next rule is, aside from the fact that you do have to answer all of these questions, they're easy for the most part. You do have to answer all these questions, but try to keep it within one thought. So not one word, not one paragraph, just one thought in terms of your answer. All right? That's it.
Okay.
As easy as that. Afterwards, we'll share our piece. We'll say our goodbyes. I usually give the guest the final word, and we'll move on from there. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Question 1. What is your favorite word?
I don't know. I'm gonna think about that one. Gonna be Parmesan.
What is your least favorite word?
Soppy.
What turns you on?
Um. Uh. Wonderful personality.
What turns you off?
Mm, I'd say girls who you can tell, or people in general who you can tell don't aren't compassionate. They don't care about anyone else besides themselves. They're too self-centered.
What sound or noise do you love?
Pink noise, so rainwater, like rain pouring.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Absolutely hate the alarm noise that plays on your TV during radios or like radio intermissions. Hello, this is an alert. Those ones.
What is your favorite curse word?
Man, that's a hard one. There's so many good ones. Don't know. But I have to say probably good old classic shit.
What profession, other than your own, would you like to attempt?
I would love to attempt being a YouTuber. That'd be cool.
What profession would you not like to do?
Absolutely would not want to be a janitor.
And lastly, Aurora, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Hoggers.
You are out of pocket, sir. You are out of pocket. Ladies and gentlemen, Aurora Light. Dude, Aurora. Are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? Thank you so much for your time. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate this so much.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. No, no worries. I was bummed that you couldn't make the tournament, and I was to be very honest with you, to be completely transparent. The tournament to me was just my way of reaching out that you can do this show. It was kind of a 1-2 punch, but the fact that you were down for both was so flattering. I usually take this time to digest everything that we just did here. All right, this has been quite a long time to be spending with someone you've met for the very first time, and I want to be able to tell you what I've learned from you. And so it's very fascinating because, again, I'm 27. You are, again, I'm grasping at 19?
Yeah.
19.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of wisdom for a 19-year-old.
Thank you.
You come in, and again, this is through the whole course of the evening, from the start of the show to where we are now, I can see where you are disciplined. I could see where you've really taken life experience, whether it be, lost love, whether it be standing up for what you want to do as a vocation, whether it be even knowing when to say no. Um, these are attributes that people usually learn later on in life. And for you to capture that and understand that, especially at such a young age, and now apply it into your life, it's the trappings of someone who is bound for success. And I know some may watch this or listen to this and say, "Who do you think you are saying that?" Um, but it's the blueprint. And now application and long-term application is key, and it's bigger than just knowing and doing in the present. But based off on what I'm seeing, dude, especially on Twitch. Yeah, let me focus this compliment on Twitch. I've heard so many content creators. I've heard so many people on Twitch, streamers, that said, "Man, the only way to get to the top is either you leech or you're lucky." And I've always hated that, and I've never believed it. I think it gives every person that believes in that a disservice into who they are and their creativity levels. And listening to you speak, it's very evident that this was no lucky instance. You know exactly what you're doing, from content creation to managing relationships within your community to scaling. And these are also transferable into the business world. It's something that it took me 4 years to study, because I do have my degree. Unlike what I said earlier, I do have a degree apparently. But most of all, man, I I can get lost in conversation with you. Usually, I talk to the guests and I can pinpoint one specific area where they're so passionate about, and that's where you kind of elongate the content. But with you, any of the four, we could have, and especially when it came to your current girlfriend and your family. Those were two I could tell that really you have a lot of fire, you have a lot of love for. And so, Aurora, the thing is with these kind of shows, we have such an intense conversation. I still don't know you fully. No show would encapsulate you as a person. But I'm very excited to see you grow both inside and outside this platform. I would love to keep in touch. I have another show called The Network. I would love to have you on. If you have the time, Britt Balls is a co-host there, so you could chop it up with her. Boom, yeah. There you go. But most of all, man, I got a lot of love and respect for you. You're a talented individual, and it shows from the moment you grace the screen. You bleed this aura, which maybe it makes sense on the name Aurora, but you bleed this aura of positivity, support, and love, and it does not come off as fabricated or disingenuous, which is a very, very tricky thing, especially around these parts of the internet. So thank you so much, Aurora. But let me give you the final word. Is there anything you'd like to say to those that are watching tonight, maybe in the future on YouTube or listening in on Spotify?
Well, if you're in the future, I hope you're having a great day. If it's not good, it's going to get better. And people who are listening on Spotify, hello. I have premium. Great app. Wonderful. Should get premium so you don't have to listen to 30 minutes free on ad-free music or whatever. And if you're here right now, you're pretty cool. Thank you so much for watching the whole stream. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed learning more about me, whether you might be from my community or not. There's probably a lot you learned today that you didn't know about. But yeah, thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys.
I love that, man. That's awesome. Well, Aurora, I will see you later. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy your time. Get something to eat, my man. All right. It's that self-care. But you take care. It's already almost 3 a.m. your time, all right? If not already 3 a.m. But I appreciate your time. I appreciate your candor. And I loved it, man. I loved your stay. But thanks so much for being here, dude. I'll talk to you later.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Adios. Right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you take care. See ya.
Bye.